Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our coverage here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. It is homecoming 2020 for the Hawley Golden Nuggets as they come in with a record of 2-1 into tonight's contest, hosting the Crookston Pirates. Kurt Fillion here with the broadcast call, and joining me here momentarily will be Mr. Nathan Stoa as well. Just rolling in, look at that. All right, ready to rock and roll for some high school football on a beautiful evening. It's going to be here in this first week of November. Nuggets coming off what happened to be a rest week last week with the game against Breckenridge that was canceled. Prior to that, and the game you did not see here with YourLiveEvent.com down in Alexandria a couple weeks ago, a victory over Staples Motley 21-18 to get them to the 2 wins on the year, the 1 loss coming against Barnesville, which you saw a few weeks ago here on YourLiveEvent.com. And the other victory was Roseau 28-14 to kick off the season here in 2020. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we will hear from the head coach of the Hawley Golden Nuggets. Mr. Peter Natz will join us here in just a moment and talk about this one, talk about homecoming 2020. We're broadcasting live tonight from Dale Scalaroot Athletic Complex in Hawley. The Nuggets hosting the Pirates of Crookston on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With great facilities, small class sizes, dedicated teachers and support staff, and a variety of course offerings, make Hawley Public Schools the perfect choice for your son or daughter's educational setting. To learn more about Hawley Public Schools, including calendars, directory, menus, and athletic information, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or follow them on Facebook. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
More new trades at Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada, 44-foot Case IH chisel plow priced at $30,000. Talk with Chuck and Neil on this, or ask them about this new trade, 2018 Versatile Fury, 35-foot, 24-inch blades, cage roller, one owner, local trade, very good condition, priced at $84,000. They also have the Massey Ferguson 8660 front wheel assist tractor, and they have new equipment on the lot too. Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada thanks you for your business.
Jennifer Giesland with Hawley Tax Services would like to work with you on your individual income taxes. Hawley Tax Services can help you with your federal and state income taxes, as well as Minnesota property tax and rent refund. Jennifer Giesland at Hawley Tax Services can provide service for sole proprietors, daycares, and more. Call Hawley Tax Services 218-329-5048 or email jennifer@hawleytaxservice.com. Hawley Tax Services would like to wish the best of luck to all of our Hawley Nugget teams and students.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3us.
Providing construction services to the area, it's Four Corners Construction of Ada. Call Neil Miller, 218-790-5436 at Four Corners Construction for all your general building construction, remodeling projects, and new building construction. Four Corners is ready to get to work on your home, farm, or commercial business. Windows, gutters, seamless siding, roofing, and more. Let Four Corners take care of all your construction needs. Call Neil Miller at Four Corners Construction, 218-790-5436.
Well, Coach, we get into homecoming night here. Always a special time for the guys, and a little bit different this year with everything that's going on. But try and still make it a special occasion and something that's worthwhile for these guys here tonight.
Well, so far, this homecoming's been my favorite one. We haven't had a whole lot of monkey business going on during the week, but yeah, it's kind of a drag that these kids don't get to have that fun stuff and all the things that go along with it, the games and the activities and silliness and whatnot. But we're on the edge of turning the corner here as a football program. We struggled mightily last year, and if we have a good game tonight, we win tonight, we can be 3-1, and that'd be a fantastic turnaround for this bunch of kids. It doesn't mean we're world beaters. It doesn't mean that anything other than we think we've turned the corner and we'll be coming back and continue to get better. So, I'm just looking forward to getting these kids out on the field and getting going with the game.
And I know with COVID last week, you guys had that game canceled with Breckenridge, so you had a week off. But prior to that, a couple weeks ago, a nice victory over Staples Motley down in Alexandria. And it sounds like that was a tight battle all the way through, huh?
It was. We had to play defense in the fourth quarter a lot. The third quarter just flew by, and we held them off. And I think they had 3 chances with the ball in the fourth quarter, and our defense came up and stopped them each time. So we weren't able to put it away offensively and grind it out and kill the clock that way. But our defense, we had matured enough throughout the course of that game with the things that they were doing and kind of figured some things out, and our kids did a nice job and finished out strongly. And it was a cold game. We've been to Alexandria twice, and I don't want to go there again unless it's going to be 60 degrees.
Yeah, I was gonna say last time was probably when I saw you over there in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's Ellefson and Harms and Alm and Rainier. Those guys were all seniors that year, and that was their last high school football game. Those guys.
Yeah, that's definitely like an ice box over there, especially when it's that cold. But tonight, some beautiful weather you've got for homecoming, which is great for these guys. They'll be feeling good when they're out on the field. It's just perfect out here. So Crookston is who you're welcoming to town tonight. So what do you know about them coming into this one?
They've got some really good size. Last week they didn't do a lot. They didn't have a lot of variety or any variety at all with their offense. And I think that was just a product of them missing some kids either due to injury or other reasons. But they came out in a twins right set, and they ran that exclusively, and they had, I think, 3 plays where they had motion, but it was all, we didn't have a lot to go on with that, but we had some other games to look at, so we've got an idea of what they like to do, but their size concerns me. I think we're probably in better shape than they are, but we're going to have to withstand some physical play in order to come out on top tonight.
And missing some of your key players too. You just have to adjust and bring in these guys. But seeing you those first couple weeks here on your home field, you do shuffle in a lot of guys, so they're probably confident going into tonight's game.
Yeah, we do. We've played a bunch of kids, different roles at different times, and a lot of them have some JV action as well. And this is a game of numbers, and when you don't have numbers, you got to have kids step up and be able to do multiple things, switch positions, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, we've had kids step up. Hopefully, Braxton Bowe's he's getting an opportunity to start tonight as a sophomore. He'll be at the left tight end and the outside linebacker on the right side, and he's really done some nice things this fall as a sophomore, and we really didn't know what kind of a kid we had there because he's so terribly quiet, but he's really stepped up. He's had some great JV games. He's made some nice plays on the varsity game field as well, and we're just, I want to see him really blossom tonight and gain some confidence because he knows what he's supposed to do. So it's just a matter of having a couple things happen for him, or where he creates things and forces things to happen, and he'll get a lot of confidence, and that's just going to be great for him down the line.
Peter, appreciate the time. Good luck to you and the guys here tonight in the homecoming 2020.
All right, go Nuggets, huh? That's right. All right, thanks, man.
Peter Nats, head coach of the Hawley Golden Nuggets, joining us here on our pregame show as they get set to do battle with the Crookston Pirates in homecoming 2020. During halftime of this game, too, they'll have a special presentation, which we will present for you as well out on the field, and we'll get that accomplished and make sure you see what's going on during homecoming 2020. We welcome all of our listeners throughout the entire area and beyond. We thank you for tuning in here tonight and look forward to bringing you the broadcast coverage on yourliveevent.com, your home for all Hawley Nuggets home games you can catch here for football, volleyball, and basketball this season. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more on our pregame show. It is the Nuggets and the Pirates. Kurt Fillion with the broadcast call, and Nathan Stoa will join me next when we come back to Dale Scholarud Athletic Complex.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With preschool, before and after school enrichment, and community education, the Hawley Public Schools are able to provide learning opportunities for all students. With academic clubs, athletics, and fine arts, the Hawley Public Schools has the right club or organization for your student to become a member of. To learn more about programs and activities offered by the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Hey fans, like this video and subscribe to the YourLiveEvent.com YouTube channel. YourLiveEvent.com is powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, contact us on YourLiveEvent.com.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call Community Co-op today, 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers. Community Co-op, your co-op in your community.
Back here at Dale Scholarud Athletic Complex in Hawley for homecoming 2020 as the Nuggets and the Pirates get set to lock horns here this evening on a beautiful night for some high school football. Kurt Fillion with the broadcast call on yourliveevent.com. And Nathan Stoa joining me once again, been the color commentator for our first two games against Roseau and Barnesville, and then a couple weeks break here we've had, Nathan, and now we're right back at it for the final regular season game and homecoming 2020, so should be a fun night of some football tonight.
Should be. We got beautiful weather. Everything looks great out there. The field's still in shape despite what happened. You know, I mean, we didn't have a game on it during the worst of the weather, but field's held up, and so no, everything should be good to go tonight, and I think our kids are just grateful to have another opportunity after last week's unfortunate situations, and they lost the opportunity to play last week. So
yeah, the AD did a nice job of planning that, huh? Keeping it off this field during the winter storm that we had, and now back into the fall-like weather.
Right, yeah, and the sub-varsity kids didn't tear it up too much, so no, everything looks great out there, and the kids get another opportunity to step on the field in what should be a pretty competitive football game.
Absolutely. The Crookston Pirates we welcome into town here tonight as they are going through their starting lineups and getting to know them as they come out onto the field in their white tops with navy blue numerals and the gold bottoms with the navy blue helmets or bonnets, if you want to call it that. Nuggets will be in their maroon tops, maroon bottoms, and the maroon helmets, all full maroon here tonight as they will be marching out here for homecoming 2020. And again, at halftime, we'll get the court for king and queen, and we'll be handing the mic off to the guy you can hear in the background here, Bo Lofgren, to do that for us here during our halftime presentation. So we're looking forward to keeping it here during halftime and letting Bo take the reins. Otherwise, we're just babbling, man.
Yeah,
we're just babbling.
You know, if anybody can spin a sentence or two, it's Bo Lofgren.
Nuggets onto the sideline and the Pirates onto the sideline as well. In fact, instead of holding for a break, we'll have the national anthem coming your way here. So we will get set for the action as well on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for tuning in for Homecoming 2020. We'll keep it right here for the national anthem here tonight, so you can tune in for that live on yourliveevent.com.
Please rise if you're able, remove any headwear, and remain at attention at the American flag located at the south end of the complex. As we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, tonight performed by the Hawley High School Pop Singers under the direction of Mr. Jack Johnston.
Kickoff is on the way next. YourLiveEvent.com. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Nugget Sports Now with YourLiveEvent.com. More information from the Hawley School and Athletic Departments is featured on 106.5 KRJB each week. Join us for Hawley School News Thursdays at 1:15 on 106.5 KRJB. And the Hawley coaches are featured in the KRJB Coaches Corner program. It begins Saturdays at 9 a.m. The Hawley coaches are featured at approximately 10:45. Hawley School Athletics and Events with 106.5 KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
Back here getting set for the kickoff this evening. The Nuggets will be booting it away to get things going, so the Crookston Pirates will have the offense to control here tonight to get the game going. But, yeah, it's been, along with the cancellation last week here, Nathan, some players out this week, too, for the Nuggets, so having to adjust a little bit coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, and, no insult in how I say this, but they're missing 2.5 starters, two guys that start, one that starts both ways and another one that starts on defense, and then one that starts depending on what that offensive formation at the beginning is going to be. So they've got guys that are going to have opportunities to step up and make plays, do some things they haven't gotten to do as far as the amount of reps going forward.
And Crookston talking about making plays, a nice way to start out here tonight as they get a good reception. Taking it down the field there for the Pirates was Ethan Bowl, a 6'2 sophomore. On the reception, brings it all the way up to the Crookston 48-yard line and gives them some great field position to start off here tonight.
Yeah, they faked the reverse there, or maybe gave it. I caught it at the end. I had the pane of glass in my way here, but fooled most of the return team. They didn't stay in their lanes, and Sam Burko was able to chase them out of bounds as the kicker.
Under center is Gunnar Gunderson. They'll hand it off up the middle of the second man through. They're going to be able to push their way through past the 50-yard line, just into Hawley Nugget territory at their 49-yard line. So a gain of 3 on the play makes it a 2nd down and 7.
That Tanner Lester from the left end position there had him by the legs. So we've got a few guys in some different positions. No Ethan Magnuson tonight, so Lester starting at the left end position there. We'll see Lance Weiss come rotate in on offense a little bit. Sophomore Braxton Bowe is going to get some reps as well.
Gunderson under center for Crookston. 2 receivers off to that right side. They'll hand it off to the first man through. That's Bowe. Makes a couple guys miss to the 40, to the 30, up to the 25, 20, pushed out of bounds. But another big gainer for the sophomore. busting his way down there, and a first down for the Pirates. A great gain there for Ethan Bowl, who started out with the great field position on the special teams, taking the return over 30 yards and taking this one nearly 30 yards as well, up to the Hawley 16-yard line.
Nuggets are also missing starting outside linebacker on that right side of their formation, Bryant Carlisle, tonight. So, again, more reps for some backups in this situation.
Handoff up the middle, some nice defense there by the Nuggets, stuffing that play pretty quick, and getting in there was Darren Crocious. Did a nice job of staying low, wrapping up, and making sure that Kroll did not get to a bounce to the outside like he did on the previous play, where they actually gained 33 yards. So it'll make it a 2nd down and 9. It'll be a short gain on the play for the Pirates. Just underway here, a minute and a half into this game. As you can see the clock and the score on the bottom part of this screen to keep you updated on how it's going here in this first quarter of play. As it'll be a shotgun formation going straight to Bull. Bull's going to take it left side and powers his way forward again. He's close to that first down marker. He's going to gain at least 8 yards, maybe a little bit more. He might have enough for that first down. And I think he did. So a step in front of that line to get the first down, the second first down of this offensive drive for the Pirates. They are marching it right down the field here up to the Hawley 6-yard line. 10-15 to play in the first quarter.
Our big fella in the backfield, number 12, I don't have him on the roster. Got an 11 and a 13.
Yeah, we'll see if they get, I don't have him on this either with the starters, as the fumbled snap there for Bull. He'll try and get through a big offensive or a defensive line there, and not a whole lot doing. He was trying to find his hole there by his offensive line, but they couldn't create. They heard fumble, and a couple of them started to look back to see where that ball was, see if they could jump on it. Instead, it will be a short gain for the Pirates up to the 5-yard line, so a gain of 1. So 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line. That shotgun formation again. Bull taking charge as the sophomore for the Pirates. 2 receivers off to the right, 1 to the left. Bull taking himself again, making everybody miss here, and now it's going to take a few of the Nuggets to get that tackle made. It's going to take more than one here tonight, Nathan, for these guys to get the tackle against this young sophomore.
Yep, they're going to keep dropping if they're going to keep dropping their faces to the ground and not follow through and finishing that tackle with keeping the feet buzzing. They're going to have some issues bringing him down. Solid looking athlete back there, but 2 fumbled snaps is a problem Crookston's going to have to rectify pretty quickly.
And Gunnar Gunderson will come back in. He's going to be under center after that gain of just 1 in that play. It'll do a lot of work to get that 1 yard. Gunderson under center, hands it off to the second man through, and this is going to be Jacob Hespy. Hespy is hit hard right away at the line of scrimmage. He was trying to follow behind his offensive lineman there, Clay Hansen, who got kind of stood up on that play, going against Wyatt Dunham, and Dunham showed him the leadership on his side, going against the freshman up front that Crookston had, a 5'8", 270 freshman, Clay Hansen.
Blake Manthe came through untouched in that situation, and then Sam Helgeson was able to scrape down the line there and fill with Manthe and help finish off the play. So big 4th down conversion early here for Crookston.
Nuggets need a big stop as they'll fake the handoff, pitch off right side. Bull, he's held up in the backfield, and he's going to be taken down by the Nuggets. A 5-yard loss, and it'll be a turnover on downs for the Crookston Pirates.
Yeah, the 2 fumbles kind of made it look like, shouldn't say, I don't know why. I don't know if I would have gone to the option there. I guess everything that had been going well for them had been done cleanly, kind of through Bull in a more conventional fashion. But it was those 2 fumbled snaps that really put them behind the stick, so to speak, I guess, in that goal to go situation. Good play on the corner there from Sam Burkle, who came in. He came a little too high, but slowed up enough to let his buddies get in on the action.
So Nuggets have it 1st down and 10 at their own 10-yard line, is where the 8-yard line is where the ball is placed here. So it was a loss of 3 on the turnover on downs on that 4th and goal from the 5. As you mentioned, Nuggets going off that left side, trying to gain a little extra breathing room. A second down and 2nd down and 10 here. It'll be
Coach Garman coming through with me. Our number 13 that was in the backfield, or number 12 that was in the backfield there is Brooks Butt. I think he's 61 on our roster, but he was in the backfield there doing some lead blocking.
All right, and he was number 12, you said?
Yep, 12.
And now we got a fumble on the play. Ball's on the field, and
Crookston's got it.
Crookston was saying, we got this, and they're coming off that pile. They do. They were truthful about that. Jumping on that ball was Jack Doda for the Crookston Pirates, and they will take over on a fumble that turns it over right back to the Pirates. Only 44 seconds is the time of possession there for the Hawley Nuggets.
A lot of pressure here on the defense now to come up with another stop. Turnover on downs here. It is not goal to go. The sticks are still up, so Crookston does still have an opportunity to gain a first down, albeit a small percentage chance.
So they have it at the Nuggets, right at the 10-yard line, in fact. And it's going to be a short gain on the play for the Pirates to make it a first down, or excuse me, a second down and 8 after that short gain. Like you say, there's not a whole lot of room to get a first down, about probably half a yard or so. So you'd rather just extend the arms out and get the touchdown instead of going for that first down. But a second and 8 it will be. Split backs in the backfield. 2 receivers off to the right for the Pirates. Under center is Gunderson. He'll hand it off to Bull. I think he did right at the last moment anyways. He was falling forward.
Well, whether he didn't hand it off or not, Bull was going to take him and the football forward for that gain.
He was saying, come on with me, buddy. Watch this. Let's barrel through these two guys. But Nuggets did a nice job of standing him up and not allowing him to get low on that play. You got a power runner like they do in bowl, and that can be a dangerous situation. The Nuggets have seen that already a couple times here tonight, not only in the kickoff, but also on some offense. Timeout taken by the Crookston Pirates. 6:15 to play in the first quarter. No score between Hawley and Crookston on yourliveevent.com, our community co-op scoreboard.
Thinking about your financial future can get to be complicated. At Bighorn LLC, they simplify this with a step-by-step process that's easy to understand. Call Kurt Fillion at Bighorn to set up an appointment soon. 218-689-6880. He makes the planning process seem much less stressful while giving you tips and advice that line up with your goals. Retirement plans, investment strategies, financial protection, Medicare plans, they do it all at Bighorn. With office locations in Bemidji, Monaga, and Hawley. Call 218-689-6880 and book your appointment soon. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Back here at Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex, the Nuggets and the Pirates on Homecoming 2020 here tonight. Thanks for tuning in to our coverage on yourliveevent.com, getting the live stream for our listeners and viewers as well, wherever you might be. We appreciate it, and we thank all the sponsors for helping make the broadcast possible as well to bring you this live stream here tonight. Is it true, Nathan, they've got a big screen over there in one of these parking lots tonight?
Is it sponsored by Bighorn? I have no idea.
No, it's not.
No.
No.
Oh, I think they're doing a drive-in movie later.
Drive-in movie, that's what it was. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought they had the game on here tonight as well.
I believe the classic Big Daddy is
Big
on
Daddy.
the docket for tonight.
All right. Shotgun formation here, and this is Butt. He'll fake the pass. Right side, it's going to be over the head of his intended receiver as the pressure was coming there for the Nuggets as well, so incomplete pass.
So they had success with Bull running it here. Now they put themselves in a fourth and medium situation to try to convert after not converting the first time. I'd got to think that the call here in one way, shape, or form is to get the ball back in Mr. Bull's hands, as he is a strong-looking runner for a sophomore.
Yeah, they broke through, and I think the Nuggets are realizing a little bit more of how powerful Bull is and doing a nice job of getting in front and gang tackling on him as well, because he's going to be one of the keys. He'll go right up the middle, pushes his way forward, dives into the end zone, and the Pirates able to score on a fourth down conversion here, capping off just a 4-play drive, in fact, on a 7-yard touchdown run for the Crookston Pirates.
Yeah, straight ISO off the weak side there, and good penetration, quick penetration there by the Nugget defense, but ran right by the play. So Bull was basically untouched into the end zone.
So the Pirates able to get the score. They're going to go for 2. Butt in shotgun formation with his Back right next to him, Bull. He's going to get it instead. He'll push his way forward. Nice lead block by Butt and straight into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. On your community co-op scoreboard, 6:07 to play in this first quarter. It's Crookston 8, Hawley nothing on yourliveevent.com.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Hey fans, like this video and subscribe to the yourliveevent.com YouTube channel. Yourliveevent.com is powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, contact us on yourliveevent.com.
Back here getting set for the kickoff. The Pirates able to score on a 4-play drive that lasted just over a minute. 4-play drive capped off by a 7-yard touchdown run. A 4th down conversion, in fact, for Ethan Bull. And Bull with the 2-point conversion run as well to make it 8-0. One bouncer to the 15-yard line, grabbed by the Nuggets straight up the middle, and a nice return there to the 40-yard line. Good return by Justin Koski.
Left-footed boot. Gotta love that. We get ourselves some left-footed kickers here. All right, Nuggets didn't have wasn't a long drive there. The offense really put pressure on the defense. You always feel good coming away with a goal-to-go situation where you can shut out your opponents, but that's hard to do twice in a row. So now they got to maintain possession for a while. Problems, in the cold and the snow in Alexandria were the turnovers, and now today it's reared its head too.
Straight up the middle, Burkle's going to take it. Nice little spin move there to elude a couple of would-be tacklers and falls forward to the 47-yard line. He'll gain 7 yards on the play, so a nice gain for Sam Burkle to make it a 2nd down and 3. And, yeah, like you say, being able to try and stop that twice on a 4th down conversion, I think it's probably even a little more nerve-wracking being the offensive side to try and convert on a 2nd, 4th down conversion when you're down to that last play.
Right. Absolutely. And I've got word from the big boss at the high school that they are streaming the game out there in the parking lot before the movie, and it's sponsored by our local hype organization.
Handoff goes to Burkle once again, and he is going to be stuffed by the defense. He was close to the 1st down marker on the forward motion. He might have gotten there, but I think he was just maybe a 1.5 feet short.
Yep, got to get across midfield for sure. The stick is pulled across midfield, and he's just shy of it. But now they've got 2 downs to gain a little less than a yard here. So I'd say on 3rd down, you got most of the playbook open. But I'd say they're going to stay conservative with the run, stay with what they do best, just to keep possession a little bit longer here and tilt the field.
Ball right at the 50-yard line as they hike it, and the first penalty flag of the night coming out with 4:48 to play first quarter. Officials will talk about it. It's a procedure penalty against the Nuggets, so that'll push them back 5 yards.
I didn't see the flinch on the left side, but it had to have happened over there, as that's the official that threw the flag and saw it first. So now you back yourself up. Still 2 downs to gain about 5, but closes a few of the options in the playbook most likely. But we are going to come out here with our 2 wide receiver set, so we're going to have Carson Brew and Mason Groton stepping onto the field.
And Sunday will come in with the play call here from the sideline. He'll relay it in the huddle and get his guys set up. 2 receivers, like you mentioned, off to that right side, and a wing right as well to overload on a 3rd down and 5, but a timeout first by the Hawley Nuggets. Timeout, Community Co-op scoreboard, 4:22 to play first quarter from Hawley tonight. And homecoming 2020, the Nuggets trail the Crookston Pirates 8-0 on yourliveevent.com.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With great facilities, small class sizes, dedicated teachers and support staff, and a variety of course offerings, make Hawley Public Schools the perfect choice for your son or daughter's educational setting. To learn more about Hawley Public Schools, including calendars, directory, menus, and athletic information, visit them on
Back here out of the timeout. Nuggets a quick timeout as they'll get set to go on a 3rd down and 5. Sunday in shotgun formation, drops back the pass, rolling right, tosses it there. It's going to be grabbed, and a nice reception by Mason Groton, the sophomore, and he is belted quick there by the defense, but holds on to it, gets the reception up to the 44-yard line, and a Nugget first down.
All right, his basketball coach wants to see him move and shake that one off just a little bit here. He got his looked like hip flexor and groin there a little bit on that hit, and he's holding his back, which comes from the contact. So we'll hope everything's good as he's going right back out there as they're sticking with the same formation.
He's good. He heard you.
Yep. So on that route combination, Carson Brew basically went fly pattern, went straight down the field and ran his guy off, and Mason was able to go about a 10-yard out.
Handoff goes up the middle. Koski tripped up a little bit, but leaps forward there. On that leap, he went an extra 3 yards to get a 4-yard gain and make it a 2nd down and 6.
Interesting on the previous pass play, Crookston had no safety help over the top. It was basically man-to-man with the two corners, which is why Carson was able to run his guy down the field, and then it was Mason coming on that out. So I wonder if that's what Coach Schmidt, Coach Nat saw in order to call that timeout, where they were able to put that route combination together.
Definitely do a good job of reading and seeing what's all going on out there against this defense. A little bit of motion on that right side. And I think thought the Pirates went across there by themselves, but sometimes there is a little flinch that we don't see. We'll see it is. Offsides on the defense.
So now if they're staying in that defense here where there's really no safety help over to that twin side, so the safety's more or less staying up in run support, we'll see if that's not something they look to challenge with the Mason going deep, or maybe even a deeper post pattern here in a situation like this.
2nd and 2. Shotgun left side. They'll go Mason Brew. It's going to be slipping through his hands, incomplete. I think you heard the footsteps coming there from the defense. That was Zach Brown as a senior over on that cornerback spot. He was lurking in the distance trying to make the tackle, and incomplete pass. Instead, it'll make it a 3rd down and short here for the Nuggets with 3:07 to play in the first quarter. They trail 8-0. One receiver off to each side here for the Nuggets, and their wing off to the left. Shotgun formation. Handoff. Koski straight up the middle and pushes his way forward for another first down. And some of the Pirates were jumping there at the end. I don't know if the ball went a little bit loose.
He did. He ran for the first down, and then he passed it to himself, and hopefully the ball came back down into his belly. So we're going to give him a rush, and we're going to give him the figurative pass reception as well.
He was hit hard on that play. In fact, one of the Crookston Pirates still down on one knee there right at the end of that play. And looks like it was 54, Greg Gonzalez. 5'10", 250 senior. They've got some big boys up front here. Clay Hansen at 270. They got Greg Gonzalez at 250. Also, Brooks Butt, part of that defensive line. He's at 272. I mean, they got some meat up front.
They do, and that's what when I talked to Coach Nats, Coach Peterson, and Coach Schmidt yesterday while we were watching the freshman football game. That was the number one thing that they mentioned was Mr. Bowl in the backfield, but running behind some of the road graders up front.
Yeah. And then right on the end there, they've got Jacob Hespy. He's at 183. And then on the other end is Ashton Larson right now. He's at 155. So got the speed on the outside, and they got the big boys on the inside for the Pirates. Stacking it up in the backfield here. Sunday fakes the handoff. First man through. Koski again just hurtling over a couple of guys there up front. And as a result, he's able to get himself probably an extra 5 yards by doing that. It's going to be a 2nd down and about 3 to go.
Yeah, Justin's running hard as he has all year long here. You know, one thing about Crookston, they've scored on their first drive in more than a couple of their football games here, and it's been, they've come out of the gate well. Now, it wasn't their first drive technically, but they did have some big plays on that first drive. So we'll see if the Nuggets have figured things out and where the adjustments will be made.
Handoff again. This time it's Burkle, and Burkle's able to push his way forward for another Nugget first down, their 3rd of this offensive series. This will be their 9th play of the drive that started with 6:01 to go in this first quarter from the Nugget 40-yard line.
Yeah, how many of these do we get? But we've got another opportunity with very little yardage in between the first down marker and the goal line, but it'll be 1st and 10. They still have an opportunity to gain, and they're going to have drawn the left end offsides here. Number 26, it looks like. Hespy jumped on Sunday's hard count.
So their second penalty for 10 yards here tonight, both on this offensive series for the Nuggets. So it'll be a 1st down and 5 now at the Crookston, right behind the 5-yard line.
Yeah, we'll call 6-ish, right?
Yeah, 6-ish.
Ish.
5.5. I've heard guys say the 5.5-yard line. There's no such thing.
There isn't.
Don't come up with
I prefer
stuff.
saying long or short of it. You
Yeah.
know, like a long yard or a short yard.
The in-between yard line. There's no hash mark there. Don't give me that. Handoff goes up the middle. Burkle is going to be stuffed right away. The defense was ready for it. And a good job up front there by those big boys. Clay Hansen leading the way there, the freshman at 5'8", 270.
It's on the 5 now.
The 5.
The 5 now.
Finally, we get to say a number.
Yep.
Yeah. Where's Mike Martin when you need him?
I
Should
know.
have been placing that right on the 5-yard line before.
I reffed
Or the
without him.
6.
I reffed without him for the first time in my life, and so we made sure every time we could, we put it on a straight line in his honor.
Split backs in the backfield. They're going to hand it off. This is going to be Burkle diving forward in for the score. Down a run for the Hawley Nuggets to cap off a 10-play drive that lasts almost 5 minutes here at the end of this first quarter.
That's exactly what they needed after being stuck on their end for quite a few plays there early in the first half. Take some momentum back, tilt the field a little bit, and put points on the board.
So the Nuggets will try for the extra point kick here. And as long as it's not a fake and they do go for the kick, they'd still trail, as the Pirates were able to get the 2-point conversion earlier tonight after their score. Snap is a little low, but it's held very nicely there by Sunday, and the kick by Burkle is up, and it is good. On your community co-op scoreboard, the Nuggets do trail, but it's down to only 1 point now at 8-7. And we're back with more from Homecoming 2020 at Dale Scallard Athletic Complex in Hawley. The Nuggets hosting the Crookston Pirates.
K12.mn.us or follow them on Facebook. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
More new trades at Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada. 44-foot Case IH chisel plow priced at $30,000. Talk with Chuck and Neil on this, or ask them about this new trade, 2018 Versatile Fury. 35-foot, 24-inch blades, cage roller, one owner, local trade, very good condition, priced at $84,000. They also have the Massey Ferguson 8660 front wheel assist tractor, and they have new equipment on the lot too. Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada thanks you for your business.
Back here, the Nuggets getting set to kick as they score with 1:13 left in the first quarter of play. Burkle will boot this one away. Nice high booming kick, and that one is going to roll into the end zone, and a touchback.
First touchback of the season.
Nice. Very nice. Perfect conditions for it here tonight.
It is one of those rare days where we have at this time of the year in Minnesota where we don't have some sort of 30-mile-an-hour howling wind from some direction.
Yeah, Halloween night. Holy cow, that was a little bit of a windstorm, huh?
It left us with a lot of extra candy, unfortunately.
Yeah. Just glad none of the trick-or-treaters were wearing wings. They would have flown right away. One of them was in a big sumo suit. I was like, yeah, you better be careful.
Some lead in the shoes,
you might,
maybe.
yeah. Wear some magnets tonight or something. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line on the Crookston side. 1:13 to play in the first quarter. Gunderson will hand it off, go straight up the middle, and that is going to be, I believe it was Bowl with the carry. Or was it it was Hespy. Hespy with the carry.
Hespy was the dive back on that option look there as they carried it out to the far side of the field. Looked more like a direct give. I'm not sure if he was completely reading the end or not, as he gave it pretty quickly. But it was that option look that they ran down in the goal line as well, but this time with a dive back.
2-yard gain it was. Split backs with two receivers off to that right side. Gunderson under center will bark it out, hands it off. This is Bowl, cuts his way back into the middle. Some nice shifty moves there. Easily got the first down and then some up to the 38-yard line. So a nice gain there of 15 yards, and that'll be another Crookston first down.
Oh, they clicked the flip button on the old Madden play caller there, and they ran the exact same play, but to this side of the field. So Bowl was the dive back, and they carried out the option to the near side of the field that time for quite a bit more success than they had on the previous play.
Third first down of the night for the Crookston Pirates.
All major chunk yardage that they've had, including the short touchdown, have come off the left side of their offensive line.
Two receivers off to that left side. Split backs, hand it off. This is Bull bouncing to the outside. Shifts away from one. Gets to the 45-50. Out of the 45-40. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Burkle, who had to sprint over there to get to him. But, boy, it's going to be another nice gain of about 27 yards there for Ethan Bull, who's been the workhorse here tonight for the Crookston Pirates.
Yeah, that wasn't anything the offensive line did. That was a good little kick-out block by his wide receiver, but that was the hole had closed down, and he bounced that out to the outside. That was a running back being an athlete and speed winning on the edge.
Yeah, he did a really nice job of reading that, and like you say, once he started to bounce to that outside, it was off to the races. Come and catch me, and that's what Burkle did. Two receivers off left, split backs in the backfield for the last play of the first quarter. Gunderson hands it off. Right side, Hespy is going to be taken down after a short gain, but the defense there in Jacob Hegna able to come up with that tackle, tripped up right away by Darren Crocious as well. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 for the Pirates when we come back to the second quarter of play here at Dale Scalleroot Athletic Complex. Community Co-op scoreboard, it's 8-7 after 1 quarter of play. The Pirates lead the Nuggets on yourliveevent.com.
Jennifer Gieslin with Hawley Tax Services would like to work with you on your individual income taxes. Hawley Tax Services can help you with your federal and state income taxes, as well as Minnesota property tax and rent refund. Jennifer Gieslin at Hawley Tax Services can provide service for sole proprietors, daycares, and more. Call Hawley Tax Services 218-329-5048 or email Jennifer at hawleytaxservice.com. Hawley Tax Services would like to wish the best of luck to all of our Hawley Nugget teams and students.
Second quarter underway. Just getting set for it anyway. They'll make the shift and move the chain gang down the field. There they go across the screen. Look at that. Look at them. Look at that hard work they're doing here tonight. They've had to move those chains quite a bit tonight. A lot of these first downs.
They've gotten their steps in.
That's right. So second
Maybe I should
quarter,
bring my microphone down
I was
to my
gonna
face.
say I had your volume up, but
still a rookie here.
It was a rookie mistake by one of us, and thankfully it wasn't me this time. I used to do this every night, but now not the TV stuff, but radio. But I'm back to rookie mode right now. I feel like it.
As long as they just keep us off the screen, we're good.
That's the agreement we had coming into this. Man in motion coming through. They'll pitch it. No, it's going to be Gunderson keeping it himself and tries a little nifty move there to get away from one would-be tackler, and he's able to dive forward up to the 30-yard line. He'll gain about 3 yards on that play, make it a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, that time he read the end and crashed down to Bull, which as at this point I think should be the major focus. And he so the quarterback kept it around in that option look, but held on to it instead of pitching it. So 3rd and medium here. Brooks Butt back into the backfield, so they're going shotgun with a single back, and they've gone a lot of direct snaps to Bull in this set.
Like you say, shotgun, here we go. The snap is going. Bull taking it. Lead blocker is Butt. Right behind him he'll go. And Bull able to chug forward for maybe a gain of 3, maybe 4. It'll be a 4th down and 1. They'll give him 4 yards on that play.
I think we got 4th and a short yard here. See how it all comes back around?
That's right. So you're probably, what's a yard? 3 feet. So probably about 2.2 feet or so. I was thinking 4th and 2.2 feet. 4th and 1 is what Bo said.
4th and 1
is
what
Bo
said.
We'll
go with whatever Bo says, but I'm going to go with it's a short one.
Shotgun formation. They'll go to Bull again. Oh, my, nice lead block there by Button. Straight forward for the 1st down. That was a huge block. He gets a little extra push there and a few steps right behind his offensive line. And, boy, he can do some damage, and he did just that to give his back a chance to get there for the 1st down.
He gets that momentum going downhill, and he's not afraid to stick his nose in there.
So another 1st down here for the Pirates, their 3rd of this offensive series, 5th of the night. 10:20 to play in the first half, and an 8-7 lead for Crookston here on yourliveevent.com. Butt back there with Bull for the Crookston Pirates. They'll snap it right to Bull. He'll follow right behind Butt again. Oh, he gets a couple of guys to miss. Takes it down to the field of the 10, the 5, and knocked out of bounds right around the 2-yard line. Boy, I thought he was bottled up there at the 20. And all of a sudden, boom, the smoke clears, and here comes number 38 down the field and almost scores.
He was bottled up. That was football's rarely just one guy doing it all. But again, just like on the play, he bounced out to the left side when the hole was closed. That time he made guys miss on his own. That's his hard running. To his credit, that puts him down to the 2 and knocking on the door again.
18-yard gain there for Ethan Bowl, and yeah, like you say, he basically just did that himself. He got the first yard maybe off a block, and after that, he just took off by himself. At the 2-yard line, 1st and goal. Bowl takes the left side, jumps right into the end zone, and a score for the Crookston Pirates.
Right now, Bowl is running hard, and Brooks Butt is creating a lot of those running lanes for him as the lead blocker. I'm not sure if I'm Crookston if I go to any other formation right now until Hawley figures out what they're going to do or what they can do against this current setup with the direct snap and the lead blocker.
So a 2-yard touchdown run capping off a 9-play drive. It started back with 1:13 remaining in the first quarter, leading into the second. Snap goes to Bowl. Bowl cuts back into the middle, finds a spot in for the 2-point conversion to make your community co-op scoreboard Crookston 16 and Hawley 7 with 9:38 to play in the second quarter. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com from Dale Skylerud Athletic Complex in Hawley. The Nuggets celebrating Homecoming 2020 here tonight.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
9:38 to play in the first half as the Crookston Pirates score once again on a long drive that goes 9 plays, 4 of those plays first downs to get it down the field, and a 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Ethan Bowl capped it off with a 2-yard touchdown run. He also got the 2-point conversion run to make it 16-7 in favor of the Pirates. Kickoff is here. Jacob Miller will boot it away. A squib kick that goes to the 25-yard line. Picked up by Burkle. Straight up the middle. Finds a spot to the right. Let's get the 40, the 30. Hits the 25 and knocked out of bounds as Ethan Bowl hunts him down. But what a take there by the special teams for the Hawley Nuggets.
So they didn't want the big return that Koski had last time with our left-footed boot, so they switched up their kickers and went more to a squib, and good job by the frontline guys on kick return to open up a hole. Sam read his blockers really well and then turned on his jets. Put Hawley in a good position here just outside the red zone.
Yeah, right to the 23-yard line is where he was knocked out of bounds. As mentioned, he took it from the 25-yard line, so 52 yards on the reception. Now we got a penalty flag coming out. And there was some movement on the Nuggets backfield here before the ball was snapped, so a procedure penalty will bring it back 5 yards.
Left side of the line moved, but they all moved in sync and together, so I think that one might have been on the center for a slow snap. But we've got Bradley Olson in there right now taking this series as a quarterback. So number 7, Bradley Olson in. He did take, in the first half down in Alexandria against Staples, he did take, I think it was every 3rd series or so that he came out there as they're working him in, which is something this coaching staff has done many times in their history.
Their second penalty for 10 yards. Olson's going to take it to the right side, tries to get a little bit farther right, and he is going to be getting the ball knocked loose, and the Pirates, I think they got it. They scooped it up at the 30-yard line or right behind it, and the Pirates force a fumble, and they'll have it on the turnover with 9:19 to play in the first half.
Yeah, Bradley was trying to bounce it outside, and he was trying to fight the defender off with his free arm, and in the process of fighting him off, the defender was able to come in downward on the ball and then fall on it at the same time. So good play by the defender over there, and another turnover here comes to bite the Nuggets, so hopefully the defense can make a stand here and get the ball back. But the way things have been going, we're going to have to figure some things out here on how to stop the Butt and Bowl combination.
At the Crookston 30-yard line is where they'll have it. That would have been a big loss on the play with their penetration that they had defensively. Butt back to pass, looking down the field, airs it out, just out of the reach of his intended receiver. He was trying to get it to Logan Melvey, or excuse me, Alex Longoria, a sophomore receiver.
Justin read the out on that one, and if he had a little quicker break on the ball, or was able to get a little quicker break on the ball, that one definitely floated, and there would have been nobody between him and the end zone there. Now after that, Butt is going to step off to the sideline, so I'm guessing we're going to look at the split backs here and maybe some more of that option look.
They'll send a man in motion from left to right here, coming towards the screen. You see him. And we got a penalty flag coming down. Each team with a couple penalties here tonight, and Crookston's going to add to that one more penalty, their third for 15 yards.
I think we had an attempt at some Canadian football there on our outside. I don't think our motion man got set, so I think he was the one that was going forward prior to the snap of the ball.
Yeah, we're close. Crookston's a little closer to the Canadian border, so maybe they're a little more used to it.
It's kind of a fun brand of football.
It is.
There's a lot of movement going on.
But I guess we're not using that rule tonight.
We aren't.
So
We'll
just use the regular Minnesota State High School rules.
Still illegal down here.
Yep, still illegal. Close to the border, still illegal. Two receivers out to the left, split backs in the backfield once again. As Gunderson will get set under center. He'll fake the handoff. He's going to be taken down in the backfield. Good penetration again by the Nuggets defense. Gang tackle there, forcing a short loss on the play for the Pirates, a loss of about 1.
And that was the dive back going left. That was the dive back in the plays where Crookston in this formation had been able to make some good yardage gains on a couple different individual plays. So the Nuggets really shored themselves up there on that option look.
So 3rd and 15 to go here. 8:38 to play first quarter. 3 receivers now for the Pirates. 2 off to that right side, 1 off left. Butt in the shotgun formation with Bull back there as well. Steps back, pressure put on, airs it out, trying to get it to Bull, and it's going to be out of his reach, but credit the penetration there by Dunham getting in there quickly defensively. And also it was Blake Manthe, too. Those two really did a nice job.
Dunham and Manthe got in there quick. Problem there was on the coverage, as I think they're going to talk to, I believe maybe Vetter was in the coverage there, but had that connected, nobody was with Bull at all. So good news is Nuggets force a punt here, or at least Crookston's in punt formation, so the turnover didn't hurt at this point, and with a good return here, the field can stay tilted in the Nuggets' favor.
So they'll get set to boot it away. High punt there. That's going to be grabbed at the 44-yard line, and it's going to be taken up to the 41 on the Crookston side, so a nice return and some decent field position for the Nuggets to take over.
Yep, plus territory for the Nuggets. They're going to start with their twin wide receiver, or at least 2 wide receiver formation here, as both Brew and Groton stay on the field here, with Sunday coming back out now to take control of the Nugget huddle.
So at the Crookston 41, Brew with a nice take there right beyond the 50-yard line to get it into Crookston territory. 8:15 to play first half, trailing 16-7. To the Hawley Nuggets, to the Crookston Pirates on homecoming here 2020. Burkle trying to find a little bit of a space there, nothing doing, as his lead blocker Manthe had a couple of guys he had to try and take, but that's a tough task when you got guys just sandwiching you and just pushing you right back into your back, and not a whole lot doing. Maybe just a step forward is all they gain on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Both wide receivers split here on this one. So Crookston's got a single high safety, but not super deep, more coming up in run support.
Handoff goes to Burkle. Burkle tries to bounce to the outside. A nice wrap up there right at the last moment by the Pirates. After a gain of about 3 yards, it'll make it a 3rd down and 7. Burkle, he just had one more stiff arm to try and get that defense off of him, and he was able to get to the outside.
Blake's talking to him right now about wishing Sam would have cut that up, as he had his guy blocked head on. In that situation, Blake's head was on the left, and he was pushing his guy out towards the sideline. He was hoping Sam would read that and cut off of his backside for some more gain. Instead, he kind of cut right into the ball, right into the defender's grasp. 2
receivers right side. Sunday rolling to the right, stops and pops it in the air, and it's going to be just a little bit underthrown for the intended receiver, Mason Groton. In between the defenders, too, placed it just right, but just a little bit underthrown to make it a 4th down and 7.
They ran a little chair there, a little out and up based off of that route combination we talked about earlier when Mason did haul the play in there. Cole's got to give him a chance to run under that one. I think that one's got to be thrown more towards the front pylon of the end zone. so that Mason has a chance to run underneath that for the big play that was there. Instead, he went more on a line with the bullet and then hopped her in.
4th and 7. 7 minutes to play first half. Nuggets going for it. Back to pass is going to be left side. They'll get it to Burkle. Burkle has a couple of guys to try and elude all by himself, and it's not going to work. He lost a couple yards on the play. It'll be a turnover on downs for the Hawley Nuggets, and Crookston will take over at their own 39-yard line.
Nuggets tried to set up a little a screen there where they tried to get Crookston flowing completely to the far side of the field and come back to a screen to Sam on the near side of the field, but the ball was delivered short, and Sam had to put in too much work to try to catch that, to get any sort of momentum to make that first guy miss, which is usually what he does and does well. And when they run that play is make that first guy miss, and that was the only guy on this half of the field, but the ball wasn't delivered on time.
So placed at the 38 is where it'll be for the Pirates. 2 receivers off left. Under center is Gunderson, and we've got. It was kind of a slow motion start there. Bulls got it right now. I thought maybe somebody took off a little bit early, it looked like, and almost like the officials wanted to blow the whistles, like, oh, let's just let her go.
It actually almost looked like everybody took off except for the center's snap. So I don't know if it was just a slow snap in that situation and the officials let it go, but it seemed like the entire line took off a little quick, but there was nothing to be gained on that one, but that's actually one of the more impressive runs by Bull today, is the fact that he got back to the line of scrimmage there and was able to fight and fall forward, because he had 2 or 3 guys draped on him and still fell forward.
Shotgun formation. Butt as the quarterback. They'll snap it to Bull. He'll use Butt as his lead blocker. We got a penalty flag flying out there as Bull was able to get close to the first down marker, gained about 9 yards, but this one might be coming back.
It's in hold territory here on the right side of the defensive line, and so therefore the left side of the offensive line, and it is confirmed to be a hold. So penalties on the last couple possessions coming back to bite the Pirates and put themselves behind the sticks.
Yeah, Crookston with their 4th penalty of the night now, as they will walk this one off from the spot of the foul, right around the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard in front. The official will walk this one off, signaling to the guys to move back here because this one's a 10-yard. So 4 penalties for 25 yards. 6:02 to play in the first half. It'll make it a second down and about 22 here for the Crookston Pirates. Pirates will get the call from the sideline here. Butt is their quarterback. Brooks Butt, he's a junior. At 272, they'll snap it to Bull. Bull is going to try and take it himself. He is double-teamed, in fact, triple-teamed there by 3 of the Nuggets, wrapping them up.
That was Braxton Bull coming in there. He either read it incredibly quick or he was sent on a blitz, but he came through unblocked and made a nice play. So hopefully that helps the young sophomore in his first start settle in just a little bit more here as we're, closing in on the end of the first half, but making plays and feeling a little bit more comfortable as he's been put in a situation he hasn't had to deal with before. And that was a very nice and well-read play.
And every year you got to be ready to step on the field because you never know what can happen, but especially this year. You just never know what each day is going to bring us. Timeout taken on your community co-op scoreboard. Crookston leading Hawley 16-7 in high school football action tonight on yourliveevent.com. Quarter number 2, 5 minutes to play. We're back with more from Dale Scholarroot Athletic Complex right after this.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Five minutes to play in this first half on a beautiful night for some high school football for Homecoming 2020. First week of November. Anytime you can get weather like this, We'll take it.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
Never turning this way. It's like coaches, whenever our teams don't play well, we never say, hey, we're not in the business of giving away wins. Live in the upper Midwest, you don't give away weather like this when you get it.
2 receivers off to the right. Gunderson pass right up the middle on a nice little dump route there on a slant. Coming to his receiver in Jack Garman, a junior, coming into the field there and able to get the reception. Got him about another 6 yards, but still not to that original line of scrimmage. It'll be a 4th down and 13.
He would have had to have made a couple guys miss in order to get closer to the sticks, but it gave him a chance to see if there was any busted coverage as they ran that slant.
So punting situation it's going to be here for the Pirates. So there's a high punt that's going to go short there, going out of bounds right around the 50-yard line. It'll be at the Nuggets 48 is where they'll have it when out of bounds. So that's where they'll take over with 4:19 to play in this second quarter.
Another good defensive stand that was aided by Crookston penalties. So now the Nuggets have an opportunity here to close out the first half and cut into this deficit here with a good drive, barely out of plus field position.
So 1st down and 10 from the Nuggets 48-yard line. 2 split backs there with the wing off left. They hand it off right up the middle, and it's going to be Koski. Koski is going to be stopped at about the 45-yard line, held up there, didn't even go down on the play. Stays up on his feet, so a nice hard run there by Justin Koski and gets a gain of 7 yards to make it a 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, did a great job in the hole there of shaking off the high tackler and then, picking up positive yardage after that before he ran basically into the entire linebacking core of the Pirates.
Under center this time for Sunday on a 2nd down and 3. Handoff goes straight to Burkle up the middle. And Burkle's going to should have enough for that 1st down. He is. The official says, come on down, chain gang. It's a 1st down for the Nuggets. And that'll be their 4th of the ball game.
Biggest positive there was that was the play where that Sunday and Burkle struggled to mesh a little bit in the Staples Motley game in Alexandria, where we had a couple balls put on the turf from that one. That one looked like a incredibly quick, clean, and efficient handoff between the two of them.
Nuggets could definitely use a score here leading into halftime. As they've got the split backs again, they'll fake it to the first one. Sunday going to keep it himself and barrels right into the defense. Falls forward up to the 35-yard line. And he will gain 6 yards on the play to make it a 2nd down and 4.
Because I know Cole is going to listen back to us tomorrow, I'm going to say that we just witnessed the longest gain of his career. I expect a text message if I'm wrong, but he hasn't been known to run the ball a ton. And so just because I know he's going to watch and listen back to this, he'll confirm whether or not I'm correct on that one. He'll fact check me. But that definitely looked like the longest scamper of his career.
He did it for you. I'm surprised he didn't point up here and say this one's for you, Stoa. Faking a handoff.
Don't give him any ideas. Joey Ockery's wide open underthrow.
Handoff. Oh! Ockery with the grab at the 15. Curls back into the middle end for the score. What a play on a short throw there. Sunday was getting pressured. It would look like it was going to be short for Ockery. He says, no problem, I'll go get it. Gets it, curls back around, gets away from the defense, trots in 15 yards, and able to score a 35-yard touchdown pass from Sunday to Ockery.
He was open by about 5-6 yards behind the defense, and then ended up on the underthrown ball, having to come back for it, and did a much better job playing the ball than the 2 Crookston defenders did, and was able to turn what looked like a great play call into a questionable one, and then turned it into a big one as well. So, hey, it's all 6 in the scorebook, right?
That's right, yeah. It gets you the 6 on the board to get them up to 13 on the board and trail by a score of 16-13 currently on your community co-op scoreboard, as they'll try for the extra point or points, as one of the Crookston Pirates down here with an injury right by the end zone. 2:35 to play in this first half. We'll take a quick injury timeout. We'll be back with more from Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex for the extra point kick or 2-point conversion right after this.
Replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3US.
Injured player able to get up on his own power there and walking off, as you see across the field. Jackson Wang. Yep, Jackson Wang able to come off there, as hit right near the goal line at the end, or maybe tripped up there. As extra point kick for Berkel is up, as Sunday with the hold, and that one is good. Community Co-op scoreboard increases one more for the Hawley Nuggets, but they still trail 16-14 on your Community Co-op scoreboard with 2:35 to play in the first half from Dale Scholarud Athletic Complex. Homecoming 2020 on yourliveevent.com for the Hawley Nuggets.
Providing construction services to the area, it's Four Corners Construction of Ada. Call Neil Miller, 218-790-5436 at Four Corners Construction for all your general building construction, remodeling projects, and new building construction. Four Corners is ready to get to work on your home, farm, or commercial business. Windows, gutters, seamless siding, roofing, and more. Let Four Corners take care of all your construction needs. Call Neil Miller at Four Corners Construction, 218-790-5436.
Back here for the kickoff, a 4-play drive. That lasts just under 2 minutes there for the Nuggets on some big plays, and we talked about it, Nathan, that they needed the score, and they got it in great form.
It hit him.
Kick
It hit the lead guy.
right up the middle, and it's going to be taken by the Crookston Pirates up the middle by Hunter Canute, jumping on that ball, doing the smart thing, just going after it and not trying to pick it up and go for a run and be the hero. And the Pirates will have it at their own 33-yard line is where it's going to be placed.
Yeah, later in the half there, I mean, maybe not feeling like the second touchback of the night was coming, but definitely preventing any sort of long return from the deep men, which included Mr. Bowl back there. So little squib kick there. Knutson did a good job of covering up after it did glance off of one of his up men.
And Crookston's shown that they can break through and make some huge plays. They've done that tonight. Bowl especially has been their main guy when it comes to those. Hespy is going to get the handoff this time, and he is going to be stopped after a short gain of about 2 yards there for the Pirates up to their 35-yard line.
That little counter there, counter dive off the handoff where the quarterback, instead of carrying straight down the line like he had been in the previous option plays, this time he takes the complete reverse pivot around and gives to the dive back, kind of countering against normal option motion.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 8 here for the Crookston Pirates with their split backs and a receiver off to the left side. 1:55 to play in the first half. Handoff goes to Bull. Bull pushes his way forward just beyond the 40-yard line. Might place it right at the 40 for a gain of 6.
Timeout Hawley here. And Bull wasn't far away from gaining bigger yardage there. I think he was a Johnny Vetter hand on his foot from busting out to the first down. So instead bringing up a 3rd down here where you would assume it's close to maybe 4-down territory, but I wouldn't think so late in a first half like this. So brings up a big play here as far as field position goes and the potential for Hawley to somehow get another possession to try to take a lead into halftime.
And Nuggets do have 1 timeout remaining. Crookston also with a timeout left here in this first half. 1:46 to play, a 16-14 lead for the Crookston Pirates. Again, at halftime, they'll be going through the King and Queens for homecoming here tonight. We're gonna.
You think we won this time?
I wasn't even part of the court back in my day. I wasn't that popular, Stoa. You probably were though. Were you the king?
No.
Come on now.
Nope,
you can
not
tell
at all.
people. Tell them the truth.
No, I wouldn't lead with that information or hide it. So.
Back into play here after the timeout. Handoff goes to Bull up the middle. Had a couple of nice lead blocks there. And I think it was just enough for that first down, maybe a little more. It was actually Hespy behind his lead blockers there. So Hespy this time getting the first down for the Crookston Pirates.
All right. Big first down for Crookston is that should give them, despite, unless there's a turnover, should give them the ball to close out the first half here. So now it's going to rest here on the Hawley defense to get out of here and keep the game status quo to this point.
7th first down of the night for the Crookston Pirates. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 45. Bull will take it himself. He'll get to midfield and beyond up to the Nugget 48-yard line for a gain of 7 on that play. 1:12 to play in the first half. So Pirates pushing it a little bit here, trying to get up to the line quick, see if they can bust through the big play and get another score before halftime as they lead by 2, 16-14.
If they do decide to throw the ball here, both of the last 2 passes have floated quite a bit.
Right side Bull, some lead blocks. We got a penalty flag flying out there as they would have gotten a first down, but this one is going to be coming on back.
We're going to have a hold out here on the edge on the wide receiver.
So
if not there, it was going to be on the tight end on the near side of the field. So once again, penalties on Crookston are going to come and help out the Nuggets here, at least in the meantime.
Yeah, their 5th penalty here in this first half for 35 yards. That one a 10-yarder. Drops back from the spot of the foul, so back to the 40-yard line, or 40 and 1/4 yard line. 2nd down and 14.
You got good eyes to figure that
or
out.
Or a short 15, whatever you want to call it. Under a minute to play, 38 seconds in fact here in this first half. Shotgun formation with Butt and Bull in the back. Right side, they've got receivers, and they'll hand it off. Bull's actually going to take the snap, I should say. Bull is able to jump forward for maybe a short gain of 1 on the play. It'll make it a 3rd down and about 13.
To this point, the Nuggets defense has settled in, and the adjustments that Coach Nats has made have been able to plug up the hole there and stop the bleeding as far as the lead blocking of Butt was going, and the running of Bull. Now probably putting Crookston after a timeout into a situation here where they're going to try to throw the ball, unless they're content to run out the half with a run play here, hoping Hawley wouldn't stop the clock. But that timeout, I guess we're wrong here. That timeout was called by Hawley, so anticipating a throw here and the clock stopping.
25 seconds remaining. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more from Hawley right after this.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With preschool, before and after school enrichment, and community education, the Hawley Public Schools are able to provide learning opportunities for all students. With academic clubs, athletics, and fine arts, the Hawley Public Schools has the right club or organization for your student to become a member of. To learn more about programs and activities offered by the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us.
Pass out of the timeout is going to be just overthrown here for the Crookston Pirates on that 3rd down. And like you said, Nathan, before we went to that break, the fact that the Nuggets may be anticipating a pass, and that's exactly what the Pirates tried to get a big play here before halftime.
Right. We're all still a little confused on who did call that timeout, but what we do know now and can guarantee is we have 19 seconds to go here, and Crookston does have a 4th down. So it's probably not a spot where you see them go for it. I would say that they would punt to flip the field a little bit here, and no matter what, leave Hawley with quite a long trek to go if they wanted to try to put something on the board.
So they'll drop
they
back.
Are coming out to go for it.
They're going to go for it. They're going to bomb it down the field.
Unless we got to no.
Butt back, look in. He's going to air this one out, and it's going to be deflected on the play. Excellent
Whether
decision.
He made the decision on purpose or not, good decision to knock it down. It's probably, what is that going to be? That's about a 25-yard gain just by knocking that down, which puts you in a more advantageous spot, obviously, as the math would say, to have a chance to get 1 or 2 plays here and get down the field. And again, remember that Sam's been booting the ball really well this season, and especially tonight, so getting towards field goal range is also a possibility here if they can do it in a way that stops the clock and doesn't have them rushing a field goal unit on.
Yeah,
which I'm not sure is something high school teams practice. So
neither team with a timeout, so keep that in mind too. They're going to have to try and keep it close to the sideline on some quick outs here with only 12 seconds remaining to work with, trailing 16-14 to the Nuggets. 1st down and 10 at the Crookston 41-yard line is where it'll be. Shotgun formation, a receiver off to each side and a wing off right. Rolling to the right side, Sunday airs this one out, and it's tipped, almost grabbed there by Burkle, but just tipped there by the Crookston defense. Getting his hand on that was Gunnar Gunderson.
Cole really has to set his back foot on that one and deliver the ball over the top of the defender because the wheel route was there. That's a play that Jacob Vetter and Trayton Cassette used to hook up on quite regularly, where there was nobody behind that defender except for Sam. So it was a real good play call and for the moment executed, but Cole's got to set his foot and deliver that pass. And now Hawley will call their final timeout. So it was Crookston that called it prior to that break, and now Hawley will have
they did
one
have
opportunity
timeout
here to figure out what play gives them the best chance to get down the field from 41 yards out.
2nd down and 10 it'll be. 7 seconds remain in the first half. Quick break. We're back with more from Hawley right after this.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Hey fans, like this video and subscribe to the YourLiveEvent.com YouTube channel. YourLiveEvent.com is powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. If you are
Here we go. 7 seconds remaining. That was the final timeout right there for the Hawley Nuggets as they trail 16-14 and trying to tack another one on the board here before we get to halftime. Again, stay tuned at halftime. We'll have the Honor Court King and Queen candidates, Homecoming 2020. Airing this one out for Ockery over his head, and a penalty flag coming out late. And this one is going to be going against the Crookston Pirates.
It's going to get the middle linebacker there. Held Joey Ockery on the post pattern coming out of the tight end position there. So have to take a shot at it in that situation, and got a little tug on the left arm of Ockery, so he was unable to get both of them up, and that's what the near official to us saw, and he threw the flag, which gives Hawley a little bit more manageable of a situation here to attempt to put some points on the board at the end of the first half.
That was a 15-yard penalty on a pass interference going against Crookston. It's their 6th penalty for 50 yards.
And the penalty also stopped the clock here as well, so no rush from Hawley.
Absolutely. So one last opportunity here for the Nuggets. Back to pass. Sunday airs it out right side. Ball is going to be caught. Trying to dive in. Almost able to get in. He got the catch and extended the arm. Ockery almost able to get in, but just a yard short right at the end.
Mason, tossed the ball out there to Mason Groton. Right near the front pylon, he went up, high pointed the ball, came down with it, tried to avoid the tackle and get into the end zone. Did everything that he could on that situation to get the ball out there and try to break the plane.
So at halftime, it is the Hawley Nuggets trailing the Crookston Pirates by a score of 16-14. As we will take a quick break, we'll come back. When we come back, we'll have the homecoming festivities, and Bo Lofgren will take over on the microphone to let us hear all about it. Coming up here right after this.
Are we becoming a sponsor? Contact us on YourLiveEvent.com.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call Community Co-op today, 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers. Community Co-op, your co-op in your community. Nugget Sports Now with YourLiveEvent.com. More information from the Hawley School and Athletic Departments is featured on 106.5 KRJB each week. Join us for Hawley School News Thursdays at 1:15 on 106.5 KRJB. And the Hawley coaches are featured in the KRJB Coaches Corner program. It begins Saturdays at 9 a.m. The Hawley coaches are featured at approximately 10:45. Hawley School Athletics and Events with 106.5 KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
Thinking about your financial future can get to be complicated. At Bighorn LLC, they simplify this with a step-by-step process that's easy to understand. Call Kurt Fillion at Bighorn to set up an appointment soon. 218-689-6880. He makes the planning process seem much less stressful while giving you tips and advice that line up with your goals. Retirement plans, investment strategies, financial protection, Medicare plans, they do it all at Bighorn. With office locations in Bemidji, Monaga, and Hawley. Call 218-689-6880 and book your appointment soon. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Halftime score, Crookston leading Hawley 16-14 here on YourLiveEvent.com. It's Homecoming 2020 here for the Hawley Golden Nuggets, and at halftime they'll be going through the King and Queen candidates and the Homecoming court. So we are going to send it over to the PA announcer, Bo Lofgren, here to bring us that for halftime here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of the class of 2021 and the Student Council of Hawley High School, we want to welcome all of you to Homecoming Coronation 2020. To keep this short and sweet, we will be announcing our candidates, their parents, and their 3 favorite school activities. The 2020 Homecoming Royalty was selected by their peers with the following qualities in mind: Nugget pride, well-rounded, school involvement, kind, responsible, and respectful. This year's junior escorts representing the class of 2022 are Joey Ockery and Grace Fleming. Grace can't be with us tonight, but we still want to recognize her as the junior class selected her to represent them. Grace is the daughter of Kirsty and Ryan Fleming. She is involved in volleyball, basketball, and softball. Joey's parents are Amy and Jeremy Ockery. He is involved in football, FFA, and band. The first queen candidate of the class of 2021 is Rudy Hockett. Rudy is unable to be here in person tonight, but is here virtually with the help of her mom. Rudy is the daughter of Patrick and Stephanie Hockett. Her favorite activities are volleyball, basketball, and student council. The first king candidate is Alex Bratch, son of Jennifer and Sean Bratch. He is involved in basketball, high school baseball, and American Legion baseball. Our second queen candidate this year is Sky Johnson, escorted by her parents, Andy and Heidi Johnson. Sky enjoys golf, her church's worship team, and working at the nursing home. Next up, we have Blake Manthe, son of Chris and Scott Manthe. Blake is involved in football, basketball, and the musical. Our third queen candidate this year is Ella Mangle, escorted by parents Adam and Amber Mangle. Her favorite activities include the musical, one-act play, and pop singers. Our third king candidate this year is Zach Perala, son of Sherry and the late Rod Perala. Zach enjoys football, basketball, and track. Next up is Grace Shurick, daughter of Tom Shurick and the late Lisa Shurick. She is involved in the Minnesota Honor Society, Knowledge Bowl, and philanthropy and youth. Our fourth king candidate this year is Samuel Stegan, escorted by parents Jeremy and Sarah Stegan. Sam participates in the trap team, Science Olympiad, and the downhill ski team. Our final queen candidate this year is Caitlin Todd. Katie is unable to be here in person tonight, but is here virtually with the help of her parents, Tanya and Steve Todd. Katie's favorite activities are volleyball, student council, and the Minnesota Honor Society. Our final king candidate is Cole Sunday, escorted by Blake Sunday and Melissa Cassette. Cole enjoys football, basketball, and track. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for the class of 2021 Homecoming Court. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. Now it is time for the crowning of the 2020 Homecoming King and Queen. Assisting Joey this evening is Liam Peterson, Nugget football sideline assistant and one of the best dressed winners of the holiday dress-up day earlier this homecoming week. Joey Ockery, please crown the king.
Oh, I was just trying to level out. Yeah, that was Tim Peterson. I was spraying down the driveway trying to get it cleaned off from all the mud and stuff. Yeah.
Congratulations, King Cole! Now, Joey, please crown the queen. Congratulations, Queen Caitlin. Congratulations, first of all, to the 2020 Homecoming King Pole Sunday and Queen Caitlin Todd. The Hawley Student Council wants to thank Coach Nats for allowing coronation to happen at halftime tonight. And a big thank you also goes to the Student Council members for all of their hard work on homecoming in this year that has been unlike any other. Enjoy the second half of the game, everyone. Let's hear it one more time for all of our royalty and King Cole and Queen Caitlin.
Well, there we go. So thank you to Bo Lofgren, PA announcer here tonight at the Dale Scallered Athletic Complex, providing us the audio to go through the full coronation here tonight. And congratulations to the King and Queen, and a fun activity and a lot of different ways of doing things here, not only tonight but throughout the entire season. So they're doing what they can to make it work, and an interesting way of doing it and a fun way of doing it here during the homecoming football game, and thankfully a beautiful night for it as well for them to enjoy here with family and friends that are able to participate and be here tonight. Halftime in football action, it's Crookston over Hawley 16-14 currently after 2 quarters of play. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more. Our halftime report from Hawley right after this.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Hey fans, like this video and subscribe to the YourLiveEvent.com YouTube channel. YourLiveEvent.com is powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, contact us on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With great facilities, small class sizes, dedicated teachers and support staff, and a variety of course offerings, make Hawley Public Schools the perfect choice for your son or daughter's educational setting. To learn more about Hawley Public Schools, including calendars, directory, menus, and athletic information, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or follow them on Facebook. Good luck Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
More new trades at Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada, 44-foot Case IH chisel plow priced at $30,000. Talk with Chuck and Neil on this, or ask them about this new trade, 2018 Versatile Fury, 35-foot, 24-inch blades, cage roller, one owner, local trade, very good condition, priced at $84,000. They also have the Massey Ferguson 8660 front wheel assist tractor, and they have new equipment on the lot too. Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada thanks you for your business.
Jennifer Gieslin with Hawley Tax Services would like to work with you on your individual income taxes. Hawley Tax Services can help you with your federal and state income taxes, as well as Minnesota property tax and rent refund. Jennifer Gieslin at Hawley Tax Services can provide service for sole proprietors, daycares, and more. Call Hawley Tax Services 218-329-5048 or email jennifer@hawleytaxservice.com. Hawley Tax Services would like to wish the best of luck to all of our Hawley Nugget teams and students.
Back here at halftime, the 16-14 lead for the Crookston Pirates over the Hawley Nuggets here tonight. Let's take a look at the scoring drives from earlier on. First quarter of play, it was the first quarter, looking at every drive here, a turnover on downs for Crookston in their first line of offense. And then just a 2-play drive that ended on a fumble for the Hawley Nuggets that lasted just under a minute, in fact. The following drive for the Crookston Pirates would be a 10-play drive that would result, a 4-play drive that would result in a touchdown. It was Bowl, a 7-yard touchdown run with the 2-point conversion good to make it 8-0. Nuggets able to respond on the ensuing drive. That was a 10-play drive that resulted in a Burkle 5-yard touchdown run. The extra point kick by Burkle was good to make it 8-7 at that point. Crookston able to answer back again early in the second quarter on a drive that started late in the first, a 9-play drive capped off by a 2-yard touchdown run by Bull. Bull with the 2-point run as well to make it 16-7 at that point. And the Nuggets able to put one on the board just past the midway part of the second quarter, capping off a 4-play drive with 2:35 remaining in the second quarter. A touchdown pass that went 35 yards from Sunday to Acre with the extra point kick good to make it our halftime score at 16-14. Nuggets had some opportunities there late in that second quarter, but just came up a little bit short to trying to put another one on the board. But it's been a battle here between these two teams, and it's been a fun contest here on a beautiful night for Homecoming 2020. The Nuggets and the Pirates here tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Second half will be on the way right after this.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3us.
There we go. Second half is underway, and the kickoff goes to Burkle. Burkle slipped there as he was trying to cut and gets up to the 39-yard line. That's where the Nuggets will have it at their own 39 here just underway in the second half.
Little hook side to break up the double play.
So there we go. Nuggets at their own 39. Again, went through the details of the scoring drives there right before we came back to the action here. And we'll look at some of the other stats for that first quarter or first half of play in just a moment, including first downs and penalties that were kind of haunting the Crookston Pirates. Still able to hang on to the lead, though, as the Nuggets able to push past the 40-yard line up to the 42 where they're taken down, maybe even a little bit beyond that. So a gain of about 4, almost 5 yards. If we'll give him 5 yards on that play, it'll be a second down and 5.
Yeah, second longest gain of Cole's career on that one, but he ran hard. He ran hard that time. He was able to dip his shoulder and carve out a few extra yards there. And big key right now in this drive, Nuggets just have to maintain possession of the ball and keep churning out yards and make sure that they, time of possession and field possession here are big. As obviously they want to score, but they got to make sure that they keep the ball and keep some pressure off the defense.
Handoff goes to the second man through and straight forward, diving in for the first down. Diving across the 50-yard line, Justin Koski, a gain of 7. And the Nuggets getting their 7th first down of the night. They had 6 in that first half, had 23 plays of offense, 2 penalties for 10 yards, and 2 turnovers, both fumbles. For Crookston, 35 plays from offense in that first half of play, 7 first downs, 6 penalties for 50 yards. And no turnovers. Handoff straight up the middle. Burkle powers his way through the 40, the 35, 30, and he's going to be wrapped up and thrown out of bounds around the 25-yard line, but a big gainer there for the Nuggets.
Secured the handoff well. Again, like we said, that was some of the problems in the game against Staples. But definitely better in the mesh point there between Cole and Sam. And then it was Sam's good quick burst and real solid work by the offensive line to create that hole.
Coming through with some energy here to get this third quarter of play started, trailing 16-14 and trying to build up some momentum here as the homecoming festivities at halftime to get these guys entertained a little bit and the crowd entertained too, and something to look forward to with at least a little bit of normalcy, doing it a little bit different this year with Homecoming as the handoff goes up the middle. A short gain of 1 will make it a 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, but for that coronation, I didn't have to give a speech on a Monday night, so I'll take it.
Hey, look
I
at
liked
that.
it.
You just have to give a speech to the world here tonight.
I can talk about
I
this.
should have.
This stuff's easy. No, again, you're absolutely right, though. It's good to get the kids the homecoming weekend, some of the festivities at school, and it happened on election week, so they added a few more fun items there. Shout out to Coach Travis Haugen with the upset over Coach Nats in the mock election. No recounts have been demanded.
None.
All ballots counted.
And the count is done?
Yeah, they got it done efficiently. So I did hear Nevada called Mrs. Anderson for advice.
Oh, did they? Okay.
That was I heard.
They were asking when Nats was going to be there, I suppose. Huh? Is he going to come and talk to us? We're not going to count our ballots here until then. Penalty against the Nuggets, a procedure penalty. That'll be their 3rd penalty tonight for 15 yards. Handoff goes to Vetter, this is.
John's first carry of the season there, wing reverse. Going to carve out a few. Is going to put him, we got 3rd and 11 or so here. And the twin wide receivers coming in, Brew and Mason Groton.
So, yeah, a little different look there on the play up the middle for the Nuggets and make it a 3rd down and 11, 9.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. Receivers off to each end, Brew left and Groton to that right side.
Single coverage both ways.
Pass right side, and I thought they were going for Groton there at a second, and all of a sudden a little Ockery coming from that end position and placed right into the numbers for him, able to spin and get maybe just a few yards on the play, but they're aiming it right over for Groton on that play, and all of a sudden here comes Ockery turning his head and looking and getting the reception.
Yeah, I was looking for a slant or something out of Groton on that one, but instead it was a little bit of a bubble there like you might see out of a slot receiver, but from the end position.
So a 4th down, 4th and 8 is what it's going to be for the Nuggets. Shotgun formation. Sunday airs it out, slant route into the middle. Groton got it knocked away. Nice defense by the Crookston Pirates. Coming up with that defensive stop was Alex Longoria from his cornerback spot on a well-placed ball by Sunday into the numbers of Groton, exactly where he needed it. But the defense was there to force a turnover on downs.
Yeah, well defended, and I think it's the right route. I think they're going to look to come back to that route again later as there was single coverage on both Brew and Groton with the safety kind of stuck up there or up in the middle of the field, and I don't think it's going to be enough time for him to react to that ball.
So Crookston will have it at their own 21-yard line after that nice defensive stop by Longoria to deflect that ball. Gunderson pass right up the middle, finds a receiver. It's grabbed, and that's going to be a 1st down, a gain of about 26 yards on the play for the Crookston Pirates, and that was Cade Coette coming up with the grab.
Not Wayne Gretzky?
Not Wayne Gretzky, the 99, but Cade Coette wearing it good there for the Crookston Pirates and getting them the 1st down. And that is their 8th 1st down of the night. But a nice way to start out that offensive series after a nice defensive stop to finish the series for Hawley.
Be the first 1st down through the air as well, I believe.
Yep. Split backs in the backfield here for the Pirates. One out to the right side as a receiver. Gunderson back. He'll hand it off. First man through, Hesby. And Hesby is able to scoot forward for a gain of maybe 2 on that play.
That dive back there, read the end and stayed home for the as far as to take the quarterback on the option pitch, and he gave to his dive man. Covered up well by the Nuggets.
So 2nd down and 8. It'll be just under 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 16-14 lead for the Crookston Pirates on yourliveevent.com, part of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Out of Ada, Monoman, and Foston, bringing you the coverage here of all home games for the Hawley Nuggets, football, volleyball, and basketball this season. 2 receivers off to the right. They'll hike it back to Bowl. Tried to go right. He found some room left. He busts his way to the 40, up to the 30-yard line. Still on his feet. Spins around. Gets all the way up to the 20-yard line. And Ethan Bowl says, "Get out of my way. I'm on a mission." Gets it down the field. Another big 1st down for the Crookston Pirates.
Good job by the left side of the Nugget defense on that situation, but the right side over pursued. Manthe blitzed off the left end and was able to occupy Brooks' butt on that, so he took on the lead blocker. But the cutback lane was found by Bull for a big gain, which just means that the backside of the defense over pursued.
Picks up 38 yards on that play on the first down and deep into Hawley territory now at the 20-yard line. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Butt takes it himself behind Bull. Tries to power his way forward and almost trying to trip him up. There were a couple of players, and he was just going to barrel him over, I think Butt was, and we got a penalty flag. It's going against the Crookston Pirates, so it'll come back.
Doesn't matter who your ball carrier is, you got to go tackle low, wasting down and beyond the legs, but the bigger and stronger the ball carrier, the more important that is to take away any momentum with the legs, and Manthe did what he could to tackle low there on Butt, who is a load to bring down.
So another holding penalty going against the Crookston Pirates. And the Pirates will have their 7th penalty of the night for 60 yards. It seems like when they get a big play or two, all of a sudden they get a holding penalty or a procedure penalty or something that comes up that brings it back a little bit and puts them into a little bit tougher spot.
Yeah, and on the first possession when they went 4 and out inside the 10, it was the poor snaps that set them back, and since then it's been the penalties. And they're going to get another one. That time was what happened earlier when they let it go, but that was a slow snap because everybody else went. Now you rarely see an offensive or a false start call on the center, but when everybody else is moving, either he forgot the snap count or it was just too slow of a snap, and that's what that looked to be to me.
Drops back to the 32-yard line now, still on the Hawley side, but a first and very long, 1st and 20 it's going to be, maybe even a little more, 1st and 22 officially. 8th penalty for 65 yards now for the Crookston Pirates. Butt and Bull in the backfield, 2 receivers off left, 1 to the right. Snap goes to Bull. He's got his lead blocker, Butt, right up the middle. He'll cut back into, and he is going to be taken down close to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be a gain of about 12 yards on the play, but still will make it a 2nd down and 11 to go here for the Pirates.
Jack Crookston's churning out yards like they did on their last touchdown drive with this setup and formation with both Butt and Bull in the backfield. So Hawley's got to get back to plugging that hole and doing the, making those same adjustments that they made that worked so well to end the first half.
So the Pirates back up to the line, 2 receivers right, 1 left. That shotgun formation that they've really favored here tonight. When Gunderson's been in there, he's usually been under center. They'll snap it back to Butt this time, drops back to pass. Shifts to the left side now, tries to get away from a couple of would-be tacklers. He's still wrapped up, and he's still going forward. Butt able to gain some yards that I think most probably wouldn't have been able to gain when you got 2, 3, almost 4 guys draped on you. But, hey, that was a nice run there by Butt to get about 3, maybe 4 yards on something that probably would have been a loss in most cases.
Right. Cautious got there well, and he tackled low. It just Butt kept the legs turning, high knees there, and was able to shake him free. And then it took 3 more Nuggets to gang tackle to bring him down.
4:50 to play in the 3rd quarter. 16-14 was our halftime score. Stays put right now. The Pirates are in the red zone up to the 16-yard line. A 3rd down and 7. Snap goes to Bull, tries to go right, bounces back to the left side, cuts back into the middle, eludes a couple of would-be tacklers, and he's going to be gang tackled by the Nuggets, but he gets all the way down to the 1-yard line. Maybe 2-yard line is where it's going to be placed. It'll be a 1st down for the Crookston Pirates, their 3rd of this offensive series. And yet another nice big run there by Ethan Bull.
Yeah, Wyatt Dunham came free and had a chance at him one-on-one and really didn't attack the ball carrier there. Went a little more, was more tentative at it, and Bull made him miss and had a lot of wide open area. And then Joey Ockery came off the field limping. So we're going to have a new defensive end out there in place of him.
7th play of the drive coming up here for the Pirates. Just over 4 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. They'll snap it right back to Bull. He tries to push his way forward. He gets in for the score. 6 more on the board for the Crookston Pirates on another long drive here. Some long yardage that they had as well at points. Some penalties that brought them back. Forward and backward they went, but eventually they get where they need to be, and that's in the end zone to get another score.
Yeah, they did what they couldn't do on the previous 2 drives when the penalties really hurt them and they dug themselves a hole. This time, though, they stayed committed to the ground game and stayed committed to both Butt or Bowl running the ball in those situations as opposed to throwing the ball, which they were able to churn out quite good yardage. Their average per carry is high. There really is no need for them to throw the ball at this point.
So a 2-yard touchdown run there by Bowl. And they'll give this one to Butt, and he is going to push his way forward. He had a couple of guys right at the line of scrimmage, and he just went head first. And I didn't see the arms go up. Did he get the 2-point conversion? Or did he miss? He did get it. I didn't even see the arms go up for the officials. Must have been on this near side where we couldn't see that official. 2-point conversion was good to make it 24-14 on your community co-op scoreboard. Crookston with the lead over Hawley here tonight on yourliveevent.com.
Providing construction services to the area, it's Four Corners Construction of Ada. Call Neil Miller, 218-790-5436 at Four Corners Construction for all your general building construction, remodeling projects, and new building construction. Four Corners is ready to get to work on your home, farm, or commercial business. Windows, gutters, seamless siding, roofing, and more. Let Four Corners take care of all your construction needs. Call Neil Miller at Four Corners Construction, 218-790-5436.
24-14, capping off a 7-play drive there for the Crookston Pirates. That went about 4.5 minutes in terms of time of possession. Here's a kick that goes to the right side, and it's going to bounce a few times before it goes out of bounds. So a penalty flag will fly.
That's a situation there where Crookston's trying a couple different things because Hawley's had 2 real good returns on the previous 2. On 2 of the previous kickoffs, so they're trying a couple different things, and that time they weren't able to execute the short pooch kick.
When you look at for Crookston too, I mean, you get into those situations where you get holding penalty after holding penalty, and then a procedure penalty on top of that too to back you up. You could easily hang your head and really, get yourself out of the groove mentally. But they did a nice job in that offensive series to just bounce right back and forget about those.
Well, they did, and a lot of it comes down to the fact that they do, right now tonight, they've done one thing, and they've done that one thing incredibly well, and that's run the ball with both Bowl and Butt, but mostly with Bowl as Butt opening the hole and being that lead blocker. And, if they keep churning out yards that way, they're also going to be churning clock as the Nuggets try to come back from now what is a 2-score game. So I don't see any reasons to go away from that if I'm Crookston. I just want to I'll keep doing that until Hawley proves that they can stop it 4 straight downs.
So the ball is going to be placed at the 36-yard line, right about where it went out of bounds. First down and 10 it will be for the Hawley Nuggets with 4:02 to play in the third quarter. So another drive where they need it. They need the offense to roll here as Burkle will get it, cuts back into the middle after he tried to bounce to the outside, eventually taken down at the 41-yard line, so a gain of 5 yards on the play for Sam Burkle.
That was the time. That was the same thing we talked about when Manthe and Burkle were talking earlier in the half. That time there was a kick-out block. Sam did a good job of reading the backside of his lead blocker and was able to cut it up for positive yardage. I believe we've got number 84 out there, Brett Daggett, as without Ethan Magnuson tonight, and now Joey Ockery getting taped up with an ankle on the sideline. Brett Daggett getting an opportunity on the varsity field.
Shotgun formation Sunday. Gets set for it. Looks left, airs it out. He'll get it to Brew at the 48-yard line. Scoots forward for maybe another yard there as he had to elude a couple of tacklers there for Crookston, able to wrap him up pretty quick. But it will be a first down for the Nuggets. Move the chains as they get right near midfield.
I like the little stop route there as he was given quite a cushion by the cornerback. I would have liked to have seen him take that one and reverse pivot and spin that one to the sideline. When you go to the middle of the field there, you've got 3 guys to take on. On the sideline, it's going to be you and your corner, and if you can get by him, you've got quite a few more yards to gain.
So Nuggets will have it right near the 50-yard line. Handoff goes to Burkle, goes left side, and he's going to be wrapped up there by Bull. Got the legs, and eventually a couple other defenders coming up with the tackle to finish it off. Braxton Volker and also Ryan Abeld for the Pirates after a 3-yard gain for the Nuggets.
Good hard run, quick, efficient handoff there. Sunday and Burkle seeming to have figured that out. So I'll knock on the table and the wood up here and make sure that keeps going.
into Crookston territory at their 48-yard line. Receiver off to the right side, shotgun formation, a wing off right as well. It's Manthe airing this one out. Right side's got some room, and it's grabbed by Mason Groton at the 20-yard line. Takes it all the way up to the 10, and a penalty flag as well. Tack on a couple more.
No, the penalty is going to be 15 back against us. I think he's going to get. We're going to get a personal foul penalty after that one.
It came out late there. I thought it was going. It's usually when it gets to be that late, it's something right at the end of the play.
We'll go back to the play call first, and the play call was great. They ran the stop route that we talked about earlier, just a couple plays ago, to where they mirrored the stop routes for both of them. That time it was a stop with a little pump and go, and a great ball delivered by Sunday, and then Mason with the little extracurricular afterwards, which isn't going to sit well with anybody on the sidelines.
No, that's you get that kind of gain, you get it to the 5-yard line, and all of a sudden you're marching it back now to the 20-yard line. In fact, a couple steps behind that at the 22 is where it's going to be placed. So a penalty against the Nuggets. Going to be their fourth for 30 yards here tonight. Pirates with 8 penalties for 65 yards here this evening as the handoff goes. Left side, this is going to be Burkle, and he's going to be wrapped up right near the line of scrimmage. Actually, that's Koski. Koski with the carry on that play is going to gain just a couple of yards. It'll be a second down and 8.
Justin's favoring it seemed to be favoring his shoulder a little bit here on the last couple runs he's had. That might be part of the reason why we've seen a little more increased workload out of Burkle here, as Justin's just been dealing all year with one of those injuries that's not gonna get better without some extra rest, as he's still running hard though.
Split backs in the backfield. Vetter off to the right side as a wing. They'll hand off straight up the middle. It's going to be Burkle. Burkle still on his feet going against the defense there. We've seen a lot of that tonight here, Nathan, where it looks like they're going to be down, and all of a sudden they keep on chugging and keep on going. And as a result, with that hard work, 6 yards gain instead of what could have been maybe about 3.
Right, good hard running, falling forward there, and also, aided by the fact that the tacklers aren't going low and aren't wrapping up around the legs.
So a third down and short, 3rd and 2, just under a minute to play in the third quarter. 24-14, Crookston with the lead. Right side handoff, they'll go to Burkle, and Burkle's able to get plenty of room for that first down. Needed a couple, got about 4 yards on the play.
Good hard running there, and a real good push by the entire offensive line, but especially the right side on that specific play.
11 first downs tonight now for the Hawley Nuggets, 3 in this offensive series. They're coming up on their 8th play of the drive and getting it deeper into Crookston territory. It is at the 9-yard line, first down and goal. Split backs in the backfield. Sunday back to pass, has a receiver. Ackery in the end zone. Gets it into the numbers. He does! Touchdown for the Hawley Nuggets. A 9-yard touchdown pass from Cole Sunday to his receiver. Ackery in the end zone.
Old blast pass on that one, and they gave it, and Cole that time, that one, Joey had to do some work for that one, but that was put in a spot where no Crookston defender was going to be able to come up with anything and turn momentum. So he put that in a spot where only Joey Ackery was going to be able to haul it in.
And Ackery's had some really nice grabs here tonight on some good placement by Sunday. Sunday will hold for Burkle to kick this extra point with 31 seconds remaining. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Community Co-op scoreboard. It's 24-21, Crookston leading Hawley with 31 seconds to go in the third quarter, and homecoming 2020 here at Dale Scholarhood Athletic Complex in Hawley tonight on yourliveevent.com.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With preschool, before and after school enrichment, and community education, the Hawley Public Schools are able to provide learning opportunities for all students. With academic clubs, athletics, and fine arts, the Hawley Public Schools has the right club or organization for your student to become a member of. To learn more about programs and activities offered by the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us.
Back here in Hawley, Kurt filling with the broadcast call. Nathan Stoa, color commentary here tonight, and Tommy Crompton on the video, providing that for you here as well. We appreciate you tuning in to our coverage on yourliveevent.com, and thanks to all the sponsors for helping make the broadcast possible. Without them and those involved in the broadcast, we wouldn't be here doing this, so we ask that you patronize them at the very least. Tell them thank you when you get a chance to see them. As the kickoff coming up for Burkle and the Nuggets. Takes the steps, and this one's going to be a line shot that bounces at the 30-yard line, grabbed by the Pirates straight up the middle, and another nice special teams run there for the Crookston Pirates. They've had a few of those tonight. Zach Brown, this was, getting it into Hawley territory at their 41-yard line.
Yeah, Crookston last time tried something short and towards the sidelines, and it didn't work for them as the flag was thrown. This time Hawley does the same thing to keep it away from the deep men, and instead a run was still busted. So Lance Weiss there with a touchdown saving tackle as Crookston starts here in plus territory, but goes back to their option look with the split backs.
At the 44 is where they're going to place it at instead. And the Pirates will have it split backs in the backfield. Two receivers off left. They'll hand it off to Bull. Pushes one guy away, pushes another away, and pushes his way forward to the 40-yard line. And that's going to be a gain of 4 on the play for the Crookston Pirates.
I can't hear him right now, but I tell you what, I know assistant coach Nick Burcham is yelling legs, legs, legs on every carry from Bull, because that time he busted those tackles simply because we were tackling up at the shoulder pads and weren't going wasting down and trying to wrap and roll and tackle the legs.
So the third quarter has expired. We head to the fourth quarter of play on your community co-op scoreboard with Crookston leading Hawley 24-21, and an exciting game here tonight from Dale Scalarood Athletic Field. Thanks for being with us. We'll take a break, and the fourth quarter is coming your way next.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Hey fans, like this video and subscribe to the YourLiveEvent.com YouTube channel. YourLiveEvent.com is powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, contact us on YourLiveEvent.com.
Well, it's been a fun one here tonight for Homecoming 2020, and obviously you want to get that victory on your homecoming night, and the Nuggets will have to do some work to make that happen, as the Pirates have done a nice job controlling the tempo on the offensive side. Minus those penalties, they've done a pretty good job of getting out there and doing what they need to do. As they'll start out under center, Gunderson, split backs, they'll hand it off to Hespy. Nope, he's going to keep it himself, Gunderson. It's going to be bottled up on that outside, right outside the end at the 38-yard line, so it'll be a short gain, a gain of 1 on the play.
Which is all they've really churned out of that option look. A couple times play before the end of the third quarter was more of an ISO look with the lead blocker being Hespy. This time they went down the line option, and quarterback pulled it, had his option man out there, which was Bull, but we haven't seen him make that pitch more than once, and that was down near the goal line early. So that's something to look for here late, but now they go back to old reliable.
3rd down and 5 with the shotgun formation. Butt barks it out. Bull will take it instead on lead block. Boy, that was cautious coming in there with a full head of steam, and he got Butt out of the way and got his defenders right next to him, Ockery and also Dunham, able to give him some room and get that tackle on Bull and not letting him get breaking loose. It's only a gain of 1.
I'm going to stay off the play on words on that one, but that's the first time all night that Brooks Butt has been knocked backwards in that play. So that means Cautious Godfrey came through with a head of steam, and that blew the play up. So well played that time by the Nuggets, and now fourth and short, big play to keep the momentum that Hawley has had.
It's one of those things where you see what's happening, you know what's going to be coming, and you just need to get in there and make it happen, and Cautious did exactly that defensively to read that play so well. Timeout for the Pirates. With 10:35 to play in the game, the Pirates lead 24-21 on YourLiveEvent.com. From Hawley tonight at Dale Scalarood Athletic Complex and Homecoming 2020. We're back with more from Hawley right after this.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call Community Co-op today, 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers. Community Co-op, your co-op in your community.
Back here in Hawley, the Nuggets trail by 3 to the Crookston Pirates. in a battle that's been back and forth here this evening. The fourth play of the offensive drive coming up for Crookston. It's a 4th down and 4 at the Nuggets' 38-yard line. They're going with that formation that they've really liked here. Starting that second quarter until now, they've really gone to this with Butt and Bowl in the backfield. 2 receivers off to the right, 1 off to the left. Shotgun formation. They'll get ready for the snap. A long count here. Butt will roll right side, and his pressure is put on. Nice defensive pressure by the Nuggets, forcing a very rocky road there for the Crookston offense. And Blake Manthe getting his way in there and getting his shoulder down on the knees of Button, forcing him to get the pass out quick, and incomplete will be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I talked earlier about Cole needing to set his back foot and deliver the throw, and that was the same situation there for Brooks Butt, as he was unable to deliver that because of the pressure put on by Manthe.
So the Nuggets will take over and the turnover on downs with 10:31 remaining in the ball game, and it will be at their own 38-yard line. Sunday shotgun formation with Burkle right next to him. He'll pass left side into the air, and I think Groton got it. He did. He really had to leap up to get that one right around the 45-yard line. A great diving catch there for the Hawley Nuggets and a gain of 7.
So that was that mirrored route, or the route we talked about, the route combination talked about in the first half, where Brew took his man all the way down the field, and out of the slot position, Groton ran about a 10-yard out, or I suppose it was about a 5-yard out, and the momentum carried him to the 8-yard gain. But well-delivered ball and a good high-point attempt there by Mason.
So a 2nd and 3, they'll hand it off to Burkle. Burkle scoots his way forward and slips away from a couple of would-be tacklers, almost able to get away from those 2 defenders, but they were able to get him down. It'll be a 1st down for the Nuggets and into Crookston territory at the 46-yard line.
Good run there, and Crookston had good penetration into the backfield, but they flat out ran past the play, and Burkle was able to secure the football and was one broken tackle away from busting a big run.
A 9-yard gain there, so 2 receivers out to the right side plus a wing in Manthe. Shotgun formation is going to be Sunday. He'll hand it off right up the middle again. Burkle pushes his way forward, and he's going to be stuffed after a gain of about 4 yards on the play. So a 2nd down and 6 it will be for the Hawley Nuggets. Again, missing some key players here tonight, but this is the chance where you get those opportunities. You get some of these guys that have seen maybe a little bit of time and getting a little more time tonight, but it's a good thing for these guys to have that depth and have these opportunities like this.
Yep, and again, you're building, and a lot of these guys getting reps right now are underclassmen. I mean, the guys that are missing are as well, but you're finding out these are ways to build more depth as they go deeper into their careers.
Sunday will roll right side. Doesn't have anybody to throw to as the coverage there for the Pirates, but he's able to get some good yardage there up to the 32-yard line, and that's going to be good for a Nugget 1st down. So
when did this guy start running the football here? Look at this guy.
How many did he gain there? Right, that might be his longest.
That
right
might
there,
be.
huh?
Well, we definitely hit top 3. So
all in the same game.
All in the same game.
Man.
So
he's getting her done tonight.
He is. He's getting done with the legs. He's throwing a couple touchdown passes now. So good overall game here for King Cole.
That's right.
Got
King
crowned
Cole.
at halftime. So let's finish it out.
Yep. Handoff goes to Burkle straight up the middle. Oh, a big hit there by the Crookston Pirates right around the 30-yard line. A gain of about 2 yards on that play.
Jackson Wang delivered the hit there.
And Wang was one that was shaken up earlier tonight, able to walk off on his own power, which is good to see. You can definitely see that probably a little bit slower step there when he gets up, too. He's been working hard in that linebacker spot in that middle part of the defense for the Crookston Pirates here tonight. 8:10 to play in the ball game. 24-21, Crookston with the lead. Receivers off to each end. Sunday back to pass, fakes left, rolls now as he's got pressure put on, and the Pirates almost able to tackle him at the original line of scrimmage, but Sunday did everything he could to extend his arm and at least get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, and that's what he did. No gain on the play.
He was going to have Groton in one-on-one coverage on the far side of the field. That's it's a tougher pass for a quarterback because he was going to be rolling against his strength, and he was going to have to flip the hips and deliver an on-point ball, and he was just, with the pressure, was never able to get his feet underneath him.
3rd and 7 at the Crookston 30-yard line is what the Nuggets have right now. It started back at their own 38-yard line with 10:31, so just over 3 minutes into this drive. This will be their 6th play of the drive. Sunday dropping back. He'll dip it out to Burkle. Burkle has some room up to the 20, cuts back into the middle, the 10, the 5, touchdown Nuggets! Sam Burkle takes it in for the Hawley Nuggets, going 30 yards on the reception from Sunday.
Big fellas on the D-line, when you're not blocked, it's not because you're good enough, it's because they're setting you up, and that was a well-timed out screen play. Second one we've seen today, but not the same design as the first one. So with all the threats they've had in the drop-back pass game with the wide receivers and the game that Brew and Groton have put together out there, and Sunday with his arm, entice those D-linemen to come up, and great downfield blocking as they were able to set that screen up to Burkle.
Once again, another one of the Crookston Pirates down right near the goal line, kind of the similar situation we had earlier tonight. 7:09 to play in this ball game as the Nuggets able to put 6 more on the board, and they lead 27-24 here in this ball game at Homecoming 2020. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more. It's your Community Co-op scoreboard.
Nugget Sports Now with YourLiveEvent.com. More information from the Hawley School and Athletic Departments is featured on 106.5 KRJB each week. Join us for Hawley School News Thursdays at 1:15 on 106.5 KRJB. And the Hawley coaches are featured in the KRJB Coaches Corner program. It begins Saturdays at 9 a.m. The Hawley coaches are featured at approximately 10:45. Hawley School Athletics and Events with 106.5 KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
Injured player able to walk off on his own power once again. This time for the Crookston Pirates, it's Greg Gonzalez. So a couple of players that have been shaken up here for the Pirates, but looks like he'll be able to walk it off there over on the sideline, which is always good to see. Nuggets will try for the extra point, capping off a 6-play drive. A 30-yard touchdown pass from Sunday to Burkle. And they will connect together here as Sunday will hold for Burkle to try for the extra point kick. Snap is there, a low snap, and it's going to be fumbled on the play there for the Nuggets, and the play will be dead. And the extra point kick will fail. 7:09 to play in the ball game on your Community Co-op scoreboard. It stays Hawley 27, Crookston 24. We're back with more from Hawley right after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Thinking about your financial future can get to be complicated. At Bighorn LLC, they simplify this with a step-by-step process that's easy to understand. Call Kurt Fillion at Bighorn to set up an appointment soon. 218-689-6880. He makes the planning process seem much less stressful while giving you tips and advice that line up with your goals. Retirement plans, investment strategies, financial protection, Medicare plans, they do it all at Bighorn. With office locations in Bemidji, Monaga, and Hawley. Call 218-689-6880 and book your appointment soon. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Back here with 7:09 to play in the ball game at Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex. The Nuggets will be booting it away after their 6-play drive. That lasted about 3.5 minutes. And capped off on a 30-yard touchdown pass from Sunday to Burkle. Extra point was no good and puts us at 27-24 in favor of the Nuggets. Line shot that's going to go, and another touchback we're going to see here tonight. Saw that back in the first half too, Nathan. It's been a nice night for anybody that's in the kicking position.
Right, we got Burkle. He's carried it. He's caught it. He's made a couple tackles. He's kicked them through the uprights. He's got a couple touchbacks. I should probably ask him if he could come over and paint my porch or do something like that, because right now he's doing it all.
I was going to say, we've got a deck going up, so maybe he wants to join the crew and help out. We'll see.
I'll trustworthy hands as long as he...
I would guess so. He's obviously a hard worker, I can tell that.
Keep the hammer off the thumb and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's what would happen if I tried to do it. So Shotgun formation. Butt and Bull back there with two receivers off left, one to the right side. And a low snap there. It's going to be taken by Bull. And, in fact, when he got it, his knee was on the ground, so it's a dead play. And it'll be a loss of a few on the play as a result.
Nuggets were we'll have to watch a few more times here to see, but what they've been doing is with the setup in the backfield of Bull and Butt, they've been bringing the outside linebacker on the side that Butt happens to be in the formation where he'd be leading to, and that time they brought Johnny Vetter from a middle linebacker spot. So bringing some more pressure here consistently over the last couple quarters to help blow that play up, and now Crookston's going to their split backs.
In fact, that one went back a little farther, went back 4 yards, a second down and 14. Handoff goes up the middle, and I think the ball's on the ground. They're fighting for it. The Nuggets say, we've got it. Official says, you betcha, you do. Hawley Nuggets will have it. A turnover, a fumble for the Crookston Pirates on just the second play of this offensive series.
All right, we got another Pirate down here on this one. Another one of the linemen. I think he got twisted up a little bit or hit at the underneath that pile as everybody was kind of scrumming around for the football.
So, yeah, another injury situation. As mentioned, we've seen a few of them here tonight, and hopefully it's Gonzalez again.
Gonzalez again here.
That was injured on the previous time, so hopefully it's the same result where he's able to get up on his own power and walk off to the field. But, yeah, it's been some hard hits here tonight, that's for sure. Yeah, physical contest.
Kids have been playing hard, and then he's in an unfortunate spot there where he's not the one to put the ball on the turf. But as you're an offensive lineman and you're blocking and you're trying to stay engaged with your defender, there's a lot of things that could be going on behind you, and that's why all those big-time linemen in the NFL and linemen in college and stuff like that, there are double knee braces and other situations like that, is to try the best that they can to keep those legs stable.
It's an underrated situation, in my opinion, being up on that line where you don't get a lot of the recognition, you don't get a lot of the acolytes like the quarterback and running backs and receivers and so on get, but these guys do what needs to be done to make sure that those guys have good games. And Gonzalez able to walk off on his own power, but definitely a little hitch in his giddy up there as he's taking his slow steps over to the sideline.
Yeah, and it looks like that right leg where he already does have the one visible knee sleeve or something to that effect. So something he's probably been playing through, and it's just accelerated by the physical contact tonight and then the play that happened where I believe he got rolled up on a little bit as everybody was fighting for the football.
It'll be at the Crookston 17-yard line where the Nuggets will take over after the fumble. Keeping it himself will be Sunday. Nice lead block by Burkle. Tries to get away from another tackler there for Crookston. Sunday is going to be taken down, but a nice gain on the play for the Nuggets on a huge block by Burkle to open up that space right towards the middle part of that run. In fact, a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, good lead block by Burkle. A little fist pump out of Coach Schmidt and Sunday, as they both know that it hasn't always been Cole's cup of tea to run the football, but he is running hard tonight, and he's changed. Some of those runs have changed a little bit of the flow in this game.
He's earned that crown, man.
He did.
Man.
Look at that.
High formation backfield, pitch out left to Burkle. Burkle lead blocker, Koski. We got a penalty flag coming out. Diving in. It would be a touchdown, but this one might be coming back.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be there's going to be a hold of some kind, I believe, on the left side of the line. And it's going to come back, so I'm going to wipe the points off the board, but still have the opportunity. I believe it'll still be first down, correct?
Yep, still be a first down. So a 10-yard penalty will drop them back. Their fifth penalty for 40 yards here tonight. Crookston with 8 penalties, 65 yards here this evening. Held back pretty much on those penalties in the last 2 offensive series, but a turnover on downs and then a fumble in their last 2 offensive series. Handoff goes right side. Burkle taking a guy with him there for a little bit. Zach Brown able to wrap him up around the 18-yard line and whip him down in the play. So the gain is going to be very short, about 1 yard on the play for Burkle.
All right, so second down. The wide receivers are coming back on now, so it'll be 2 wide receivers and a tight end in Ockery, who's been a little bit slow, as he's been limping around a little bit and fighting through it, but opens up some of the playbook and does spread the Crookston defense out where we've seen a few more gash plays by Burkle in the run game as well.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers off left as mentioned. Burkle, good block on that left side. Cross pattern into the middle. Touchdown for Brew. Sunday to Carson Brew for the touchdown. And that is a 19-yard connection for the Hawley Nuggets to tack 6 more on the board.
So that time Sunday rolled out again against his strength, but had the protection that he needed, and that they hadn't looked at the post route out of Brew yet tonight. Those out routes had gone to Mason. That time he looked Mason off with a slight little pump and was able to flip his hips, set his feet, and deliver a strike to Carson Brew in the back of the end zone. So well-executed play and a perfectly delivered ball by Sunday. Great protection by the O-line.
Only a 3-play drive. The extra point kick is on the way, and this one is going to be no good, but we got a penalty flag.
They're going to get I believe they'll get an opportunity to re-kick it if it was no good here, so they should have another opportunity to put a point on the board.
So I ran into the kicker here as this one is going to be.
It should be roughing the kicker as he took quite the lick. So I guess I suppose they could decide to not worry about the points and enforce it on the kickoff, but I think you'd want to get it to a 10-point game, I suppose, if you could.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason not to, or even go for 2. So they are going to line back up here.
Yeah, they're going to try her again. So, yeah, it will be on the extra points. They'll get the opportunity. As mentioned, the kick was no good.
I think that's what the Nugget coaching staff was wondering. I think they believed it went through, so they were going to get it enforced on the kickoff, but now they're going to go back out there to take the points.
Yeah, I thought it did too, but we're in a bad angle to see how that ball is. The officials are right underneath the poles to be able to see if it's right down the middle or if it's off right or left.
And I saw the heat coming off the edges, and I looked to see if Sam was going to be able to protect himself, because and he was able to protect himself and get at least kind of squared up to it, which would be much better in an exposed position by a kicker.
They'll try the extra point kick again. This one is going to be a line shot, and this one is good. It was left side a little bit, but still made it through the uprights. That's all that matters on those kicks. Community Co-op scoreboard with 5:02 to go in the game. It's 34-24. The Nuggets lead the Pirates on homecoming night here at Dale Scalarud Athletic Complex in Hawley.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Hey fans, like this video and subscribe to the YourLiveEvent.com YouTube channel. YourLiveEvent.com is powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, contact us on YourLiveEvent.com.
Nuggets will get set to kick it here. They cap off a 3-play drive that lasted 1:10. 9-yard touchdown pass from Sunday to Brew to finish it off. They had great field position at the Crookston 17-yard line to start that drive after a fumble by the Pirates on the previous offensive series. Burkle will boot it away again. This one is going to be taken by Bull at the 5-yard line. Fakes the reverse, going to keep it at the 10, 20, up to the 25-yard line. Tripped up a little bit there, and he'll fall forward to the 30-yard line. Maybe 31 is where it'll be placed. A nice reception there for the Pirates, a gain of about 26 yards.
Not sure if I've got a horse like Bold, if I'm going to run anything. I might just want to let him get ahead of steam and get down the field a little bit with setting up his blockers. I mean, the way that he's been able to put his foot on the accelerator and the way he's been able to make guys miss, just a regular return out of him, you know, when you need to steal some momentum back, and you're going to have to score quick, and you're going to have to score twice here in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, the 2-possession lead, that's huge, especially with over halfway through this fourth quarter of play, and the momentum on your side, too, the way that they've been playing, coming out with a lot more energy in the second half, and seeing some good things on both sides of the ball are the Nuggets. Shotgun formation, they'll set up with 3 receivers split out. Butt will roll right side, airs this one out, and is going to be caught at the 50-yard line. It is, and falling forward, Zach Brown, the coverage right there by Burkle, too, able to sneak over there and get that ball.
The underthrown ball is the hardest one to cover, as they both reacted. You know, both of them reacted to it, but Brown came back, made a good play on the ball. Sam was in a good spot for coverage there, and Cross just did a really good job of putting pressure on the backside of Brooks' butt. But that was Brooks had a couple well-delivered balls here the last couple times he's gone to throw it, and Crookston needs to move quickly so that, throwing the ball is going to have to be in play.
21-yard gain it was. Under center, Gunderson. He'll hand it off up the middle. This is going to be Bowl. Bowl is going to be bottled up right around the line of scrimmage. But again, with that powerful running he's got as a sophomore, he's able to sneak forward for a gain of 3. So 2nd down and 7. 4:05 to play in the game. 24-14. Or excuse me, 34-24. What was I looking at? I thought I saw a 1 over there. 34-24, Hawley on top of Crookston here tonight on Homecoming 2020. And normally, I'm sure on a homecoming night, you'd have a much bigger crowd with what they've got here to work with. Only 250 allowed. Here's the ball airing out for the Pirates, and it's going to be grabbed. It is by Brown down the field again. Another connection for the Crookston Pirates.
Again, Sam Burkle's in coverage there, just he isn't able to make a play on the ball. Brown does a good job of getting his hands up, getting it at the high point in that situation, but a really, really good ball by Gunderson. And I don't recall if he's thrown one since, if he threw one, it was real early. Otherwise, that might have been the first ball he's thrown all game, and that was a really well-delivered football.
Yeah, that was extremely well placed. Both of those last 2 passes, they needed to be exactly on the spot, and he did just that. Butt back into the game as quarterback. Snap goes to Bull. They started at the 15-yard line, and he's going to push his way forward after jumping over one would-be tackler there and gaining about 7 yards on the play. So Pirates doing a nice job. They're executing, getting up to the line. They got a couple of first downs here in this offensive series with 3:20 to play in the game. And we've got a timeout for the Crookston Pirates. Their 2nd of 3 in this second half. Community Co-op scoreboard, the Nuggets lead the Pirates 34-24. We're back with more from Dale Skellerud Athletic Complex on yourliveevent.com right after this.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With great facilities, small class sizes, dedicated teachers and support staff, and a variety of course offerings, make Hawley Public Schools the perfect choice for your son or daughter's educational setting. To learn more about Hawley Public Schools, including calendars, directory, menus, and athletic information, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or follow them on Facebook. Good luck Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
3:20 to play in the game. Again, Crookston taking their 2nd of 3 allotted timeouts in this half. Nuggets with all 3 of their timeouts. Thanks for joining us for our coverage here tonight. Kurt filling with the broadcast along with Nathan Stoa and our cameraman, Tommy Crompton. Here for football this year. The Tommy Crompton. No others. If there is, they're fake. They're not real. Pirates will walk up to the line here. A 2nd down and 2 from the Hawley 7-yard line.
So Krosh is coming on the blitz here.
Shotgun, but with Hespy this time back there with him. Butt will take it himself right up the middle, and he is going to be taken down after a short gain. I don't know if he got the first. No, he came up a yard short of the first down. It'll be a 3rd down and 1 for the Pirates.
Manthe was the first to get there and enough to slow him up for his linebacking core and D-line to come get him as well, but he broke through and had him by the foot for a second. So
receivers split off again, 2 to the left, 1 off to that right side. That shotgun formation on a 3rd and 1 deep in Hawley territory. Handoff, or the snap goes to Bull. And Bull I think he got enough. Yes, he did.
Got enough for the first, but
Plenty.
He's not in the end zone. So, again, just keep the clock ticking here if you're the Nuggets. It'll stop with the first down until it's set, but it doesn't take long to set it when there's only a yard or 2 to gain. So, again, just keep that clock ticking here a little bit, even if points get put on the board.
2:35 remaining in the game. Pirates trying to punch it in at the 2-yard line. Straight up the middle, and Bull will score to get 6 more on the board here for the Crookston Pirates and get them within 4 at 34-30, awaiting.
So now we're looking at Nuggets have 3 timeouts. They are going to want to keep the clock running. Crookston has 1 here after this conversion. So we're gonna have to see some sort of pooch kick to onside kick, as Crookston's going to need to get the ball back. They can't stop it with their timeouts.
2-point conversion coming up for Crookston. A low snap goes to Bull, and he'll go straight up the middle again, and he gets in almost untouched, just like on the touchdown. So 2 more on the board to make it 34-32 in favor of Hawley on your Community Co-op scoreboard with 2:31 to go in the ball game. Back with more from Hawley right after this.
More new trades at Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada. 44-foot Case IH chisel plow priced at $30,000. Talk with Chuck and Neil on this, or ask them about this new trade, 2018 Versatile Fury. 35-foot, 24-inch blades, cage roller, 1 owner, local trade, very good condition, priced at $84,000. They also have the Massey Ferguson 8660 front wheel assist tractor, and they have new equipment on the lot too. Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada thanks you for your business.
Well, down to a 2-point game here, making it very interesting. Still plenty of time left here, Nathan, in this one, as anything can happen and you come up with a big stop. We've seen some turnovers here tonight. Nuggets had a couple fumbles in that first half of play. We've seen a fumble for Crookston as well, so 3 turnovers total. It's all been on the ground. Now it's just holding on to that football is going to be a big thing.
Right now you got to secure it, so you've got your supposed hands team out there. Just your best to come up with the football, make sure it travels the 10. Crookston's got to make sure it travels the 10 yards, and Hawley doesn't want to go after it too early and give him a chance. So not an executed play often in high school.
Jacob Miller will kick it away, and it's going to be taken by Akri at about the 40-yard line, and he'll curl up there and go down. So good decision. Just holding on to that football.
Good job by the front line guys, knowing there was enough momentum on that kick that it was going to get to the second line guys for them to cover that up before Crookston was going to have any chance to get down there. So now we're looking at a one timeout situation in a 1-possession game. So whenever they choose to use it, we're looking most likely here at a 1 first down situation here for Hawley to put this away.
Play up front is going to be crucial. I know Coach Nats talked about that before the game, was the play up front, as he knew this was going to be a big team and a hard-hitting team, and they've shown that tonight as Crookston. Straight up the gut, they'll go on that right side. It's going to be a very short gain of maybe 2, probably give them 1. 2nd down and 9 it'll be.
Burkle right away, as soon as he took the handoff, had both hands on the football and was just going to make sure that he kept possession, turned out a few positive yards. Crookston decides to use that final timeout now, so now we truly are in that. We need to gain a single first down, stay in bounds in all situations to keep the clock running, letting it only stop as those chains move.
And a good decision here for their head coach, Scott Butt, for the Crookston Pirates, making that decision to take that timeout and talk some things over, but more so to stop the clock, as mentioned. 2:21 to play in the game, 34-32. The Nuggets of Hawley leading, and a rough season last year, able to bounce back. I know that was another thing Coach Nats talked about, how this team has really kind of turned the corner in terms of their program here, moving it back.
Yeah, a year ago they don't beat Staples with the things that went poorly in the game, or maybe even go all the way back to the first time we were on the air against Roseau, when Roseau scored early and we turned the ball over, and really, as Coach Nats put it, was a really poor first half. And, these guys have stuck after it. There's been that mental toughness has been displayed, and it's been displayed at the sub-varsity levels too in situations like that. So they are turning the corner. And Sam needs to turn that corner and stay in bounds, though, to keep the clock running.
I was going to say, he was trying to make that spin there, and the Pirates did a really good job of forcing him to the sideline and forcing him out of bounds, waiting until he got close there, and then keeping him there as well, keeping him honest as to where he was going, and able to knock him out of bounds. That's going to stop the clock on a 3rd down and about 4.
That's going to be about a 35-second situation here, assuming you would stop it. The ball would take a little while to get set, so it's going to be a 35-plus second situation here. So now we really need to get the ball past the sticks here on 3rd down.
That time management is huge, and holding on to that football at the 47-yard line on the Hawley side. They've got it. And they've got a motion penalty. I was going to say. We had, I think it was kind of question there at a second to see if they were one of them was gonna get set before they got. But when you got two guys moving, it didn't matter.
It was two guys in motion, so I'm not sure why they didn't throw that right away. But maybe they do have to wait until the ball is snapped on that one. Maybe because I don't know, possibly with Sam not being in a 3-point stance, I don't know if that matters. But Vetter was in motion, and Burkle went on one when they were going on two. So you had the illegal motion there, which letting that play go out. I mean it may be irrelevant or not, but that allowed 2 or 3 seconds to click off the clock as well because the play had to finish.
So 3rd down and now 9 to go for the Hawley Nuggets. 2:05 to play.
Yep, they look for him to keep the ball on the ground here and run a play to keep the clock moving.
Hand off to Burkle up the middle, and he's going to be stuffed. That got the Crookston sideline up and jumping, knowing that they made another big stop there. A short gain of 1. It'll make it a 4th down and 8 now for the Nuggets. Under 2 minutes to play.
Yeah, that was a great job by the interior lineman. That's Mr. Gonzalez, who's been playing through being nicked up in that right leg. But he and the other down lineman might have been Brooks Butt in there. But our Hawley center got blasted into the backfield, and that blew the play up. So the Nugget coaching staff's going to let this one run out, probably use their timeout with 1 second or so left on the clock to run as much time off it as they can. So Crookston should get possession of the ball back right around the minute. Well, it's about 1:10, I suppose, once they receive the punt here. So
a timeout for the Nuggets on your community co-op scoreboard. 1:15 to play in the game. The Nuggets hanging on to a 2-point lead, 34-32 on yourliveevent.com. Take a quick break. We're back with more from Hawley right after this.
Jennifer Giesland with Hawley Tax Services would like to work with you on your individual income taxes. Hawley Tax Services can help you with your federal and state income taxes, as well as Minnesota property tax and rent refund. Jennifer Giesland at Hawley Tax Services can provide service for sole proprietors, daycares, and more. Call Hawley Tax Services 218-329-5048 or email jennifer@hawleytaxservice.com. Hawley Tax Services would like to wish the best of luck to all of our Hawley Nugget teams and students.
4th down and 8 it is for the Nuggets. They'll get dropping back into punting formation here.
Who's our deep man back there? 82. So Longoria back deep for the Pirates.
First punt of the night for the Hawley Nuggets.
They did not rush. They were setting up a return, but good job by Sam to kick it completely away.
And it'll be taken at the 24-yard line, and that's where Crookston will have possession at their own 24 with 1:06 to work with in this ball game.
Well, on the last possession, both Butt and Gunderson delivered great balls to Zach Brown. So the passing game, obviously, with 1 minute to go, is in play here. But we've seen Ethan Bull pick up big chunks on the ground as well and score quick with that. So maybe they've got a chance to run one play or see a screen or something out. But you got to find a way to get the ball in either Brown or Bull's hands here in this quick score situation.
Gunderson in the shotgun here. This time he'll take a couple steps back, right side curl. They'll get it to Hespy, cuts back into the middle, finds some blockers there on that other side. Had to go all the way to the other side of the field to bake it. Had a lot of distance, but as far as what he gained as the result, only about 2 yards.
Yeah, a lot of distance and a lot of time taken up in that situation, coming all the way back across the field. And Mr. Gonzalez is banged up again here, that same knee. He's really been trying to gut it out here for his squad, but that time they came back as the play came across the grain, and he got caught up in that as well. So that kid is gutsy. He's playing through it as much as he can.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be in need of an ice bath after this, I think.
Absolutely.
Jeez.
I don't know how you play this game and not be in need of an ice bath, but especially when you're one of those guys with the thankless job of opening up holes for the guys that get to carry the football.
Yeah, absolutely. That's he's definitely been in on a lot of hits here tonight, but boy, resilient kid. That's fun to see that he's still able to get up and walk off in his own power, and getting some encouragement from one of his teammates there over on the sideline as well to say keep on doing what you're doing, helping out this team. But with Bull back in the backfield, he'll air this one out. High rainbow shot that's going to be hit around, and I think the Pirates got it. They did. A catch at the 50-yard line. Wow.
Longoria out out-wrestled Koski for that football. It was just put up there. It was up for grabs. Both guys had both hands on it, but Longoria was able to come down with it, so now Crookston's going in a hurry.
Holy cow, we got a game here with they're going to spike this ball. Butt throws it down, and it's going to be officially an incomplete with a 2nd down and 10. It'll be now, but more the important part of that is to stop the clock, obviously. It's a 2nd down and 10 right at midfield at the 50-yard line. How do you come up with a catch like that?
For what it was a ball that was put up for grabs. Man. It was put up for grabs, and both, like I said, both Koski and Longoria came down, hands on the ball, and Longoria's momentum carried him away from Koski and with the reception. So great job by Longoria of going up to get it and giving his team a chance.
That was a heck of an effort as Butt will step back, air this one out to the right side over his receiver's head. Zach Brown is who he was intended receiver right around the Hawley 45-yard line. Incomplete pass will make it a 3rd down and 10, but boy, this is making I'm sure a lot of people nervous on both sides here tonight.
Brown ran a good route there and had some clearance due to the cushion. It was a good stop route. If he's able to come down with it, he definitely would have had enough time to gain a couple yards and get out of bounds as well and keep that clock stopped. So it was a good route by him. Now he's coming to the near side of the field as we keep with the Brooks Butt and Ethan Bowl combination in the backfield.
43 seconds remain on a 3rd and 10 shotgun formation. Butt goes left side for Brown, through his hands, and incomplete. The defense in the backfield there, too, for Caden Murphy on the Hawley side.
I don't know if that's what they had, but if it would have been completed and he could have gotten it to Bowl, he was going to the house. There was nobody over there, so they ran a little bit of a bubble route or a wheel route, whatever you want to, whatever the terminology would be in that situation, and they ran the short slant, and so somebody's got to be responsible for Bowl coming out of the backfield.
Crowd getting into it. That's fun to see. Stomping their feet here at Dale Schuyler Athletic Complex, getting back behind their team, the Hawley Nuggets. But back to pass, left side for Brown, incomplete, off the shoulder, padding down, and a turnover on downs with 35 seconds remaining. And all it'll take now for the Hawley Nuggets is just to take a knee and get the victory. And homecoming 2020 here tonight in Hawley.
Yeah, Caden Murphy on the coverage of the route there. They ran the same route, looking potentially again for that hook and ladder. This time, Crocious came off of his blitz, which he's been doing consistently against that formation throughout the second 2 quarters. That would be the second half. How about that? But they had that hook and ladder set up again, looking maybe for that quick pitch to Bowl and get him in some open ground. But Crocious bailed off and covered him.
So Sunday will take a knee, just like a king does. And that'll get him the victory here tonight. 34-32 on your community co-op scoreboard. The Hawley Nuggets, with the victory tonight, will improve their record on the year to 3-1. Their only loss to Barnesville a few weeks ago. Victories over Roseau, Staples Motley, and here tonight over the Crookston Pirates on a special night, homecoming 2020. And they do it in a very entertaining fashion with a victory over the Pirates. Hard-fought battle.
Resilient.
Absolutely. For both teams here tonight, they played a heck of a ball game, and the Nuggets prevail by 2, 34-32. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Our post-game show coming up next. We'll name our star of the game, brought to you by Enbridge, and also recap the game a little bit and catch up with head coach Peter Nats as well in their victory here tonight over the Crookston Pirates, 34-32.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3US.
Providing construction services to the area, it's Four Corners Construction of Ada. Call Neil Miller, 218-790-5436 at Four Corners Construction for all your general building construction, remodeling projects, and new building construction. Four Corners is ready to get to work on your home, farm, or commercial business. Windows, gutters, seamless siding, roofing, and more. Let Four Corners take care of all your construction needs. Call Neil Miller at Four Corners Construction, 218-790-5436.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With preschool, before and after school enrichment, and community education, the Hawley Public Schools are able to provide learning opportunities for all students. With academic clubs, athletics, and fine arts, the Hawley Public Schools has the right club or organization for your student to become a member of. To learn more about programs and activities offered by the Hawley Public Schools, visit
Post-game here tonight, Hawley defeating Crookston 34-32 in an exciting fashion, as Crookston had the momentum there in that first half for the most part. Got the first score on the board with 6:07 to play first quarter. Capped off a 4-play drive on a 7-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bull. Bull also got the extra point run, or the extra points to make it 8-0. Nuggets able to answer back on the next offensive series on 10 plays on a drive that lasted about 5 minutes to get down the field, 60 yards. Burkle with a 5-yard touchdown run. The extra point kick was good to make it 8-7. Crookston able to answer again on the next offensive possession, a 9-play drive, capped off by a 2-yard touchdown run by Bull. Bull with the extra point, 2-point conversion. That was also good to make it 16-7 at that point. And the Nuggets able to put one on the board late in that second quarter, capping off a 4-play drive, a 35-yard touchdown pass from Sunday to Ockery, with the extra point kick good to make it 16-14, our halftime score. In the third quarter, Crookston struck first in the first quarter with 4:02 remaining, as it was a 7-play drive, a 2-yard touchdown run by Bull, and Butt with the extra point, or the 2-point conversion to make it 24-14 at that point. And then it was all Nuggets on the offensive side, coming up with touchdowns. An 8-play drive that got them right to the end of the third quarter, and capped off by a 9-yard touchdown pass from Sunday to Ockery to make it 24-21 after the extra point kick was good. Another touchdown for the Nuggets with 7:09 remaining in the ball game. A 6-play drive capped off by a 30-yard touchdown pass from Sunday to Burkle. And the extra point kick no good at that point, 27-24 in favor of the Nuggets. Another score coming with 5:02 remaining in the fourth quarter. A 3-play drive that was capped off by a 9-yard touchdown pass from Sunday to Brew. The extra point kick good to make it 34-24. And then the Crookston Pirates able to put another one on the board, but came up a little bit short here tonight. A 7-play drive that ended with 2:31 remaining in the fourth quarter. A 2-yard touchdown run by Bull, with Bull's 2-point conversion also good to make it 34-32. And a play that stalled out, turnover on downs for them with 35 seconds remaining. And then just a kneel for the Hawley Nuggets to come away with the victory here tonight and improve their record to 3-1 with the 34-32 victory. Nuggets 51 plays from scrimmage, 14 first downs, 6 penalties for 45 yards, and 2 turnovers, both fumbles. 61 plays from scrimmage for the Crookston Pirates here tonight, 14 first downs, had 8 penalties for 65 yards, and 1 turnover. That was a fumble. 34-32, Hawley over Crookston here in football action tonight on Homecoming 2020 from Hawley. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and hear from the head coach, Peter Natz, right after this.
At hawley.k12.mn.us.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Hey fans, like this video and subscribe to the YourLiveEvent.com YouTube channel. YourLiveEvent.com is powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, contact us on YourLiveEvent.com.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call Community Co-op today, 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers. Community Co-op, your co-op in your community.
Back here in our post-game show, let's get into our post-game coaches' comments as Peter Natz, head coach of the Hawley Nuggets, joining us after the victory here tonight, 34-32 over the Crookston Pirates, and Homecoming 2020 finishes off. Very nice for you guys here tonight. Your thoughts after this one, Coach?
Well, we sure made a lot of work out of it, but our kids showed a lot of heart and made some plays down the stretch in the second half and just persevered. We didn't show a lot of toughness in the first half, and we talked about making a couple adjustments. We couldn't stop 38 for anything, so we tried to make some adjustments, and they made a nice adjustment off of that. And when they went backside a couple times there, and it's just, we survived today, and we went to 3-1. We're happy with that. We're happy with where we're at right now, and we're a long ways from where we were. So I'm pretty proud of the effort tonight.
Absolutely, and we talked about it before the game too, the fact that having the depth and the confidence for these guys that have to step into some different roles where you got some guys out due to COVID, and that makes a huge difference when you have that depth and they've got the ability and the willingness to step in and do what they need to do, and you could really see that tonight on those guys that had to step in.
Yeah, it took a little while. John Vetter came back he's missed most of the week of practice with an injury, came back and was able to come in and play later on, second quarter through the finish of the game at inside linebacker. Braxton Bowe, he got tattooed a few times tonight. We talked about him before the game, 82 at outside linebacker, but he learned a lot tonight. He got better tonight, and we got better as a team tonight because we got several kids with more playing time. Carson Brew finally had a good shot at some playing time, came up with a touchdown catch. We threw the ball well tonight. We ran the ball well tonight. We still can't tackle for nothing, and it's so frustrating. We're getting to where we need to be, but we can't tackle a kid that's 200 pounds around the shoulders, and that's a mental thing, and that's a mental toughness thing that you have to force yourself to go at their legs to make tackles, and we got to keep working at it. We ain't got it yet, so we got to keep working on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like you say, I mean, they had some big boys that were carrying the football tonight in that back position.
Yeah, and you got those big kids like that, and then you got 12 back there too. And it's just, it doesn't matter how fast you are or how slow you are, but if you can stay on your feet and keep the pile moving forward, you're going to make things happen. And they did a nice job of that. Just those two big battering rams and kept pounding on us, and they broke our door down a few times, and we were able to survive. And that's the key. And I think our kids came a long ways tonight, just with the experience we gained with our younger kids, and just able to not be ahead for very much of the football game and keep playing hard and keep believing in one another. And we're still not where we need to be as far as trusting one another out on the football field, because we're still making a lot of mistakes where we're out of position, and we're still a ways from that. So we're going to work on that, and hopefully that gets better and improves with time as well.
You mentioned the passing game too. That was one thing that I was really impressed with tonight. Cole did a really nice job of maintaining the control on the offensive side, and finding his receivers, and the ball placement was just spectacular tonight.
Yeah, he's come a long ways too. He's still really excitable. We got to keep bringing him down and keeping him under wraps and keeping him on task. You know, he needs to talk about stuff a lot, and we need to tell him no, you can't talk now. You need to listen and move on to the next play. As far as our receivers, they're catching the ball. Mason Groton, his first year out for football since junior high as a sophomore, had a huge night tonight. 2 really big plays. I think he finally got in. Ockery finally got himself a touchdown too, and again with Carson Brew, and it's a work in progress, and let's just keep progressing and keep working.
Absolutely. But like you say, and I know you mentioned it before the game here tonight too, that kind of turning that corner and seeing a lot of good things come out of these guys, and obviously always something to work on. But you're seeing a lot of the confidence level of these guys knowing that, hey, we don't want a season like we had before. We just need to move forward and keep doing what we're doing, and they're doing that.
Yeah, and that was the message here tonight. We had a great week of practice, the best week of practice we've had all year. End up with the win, regardless of how you play. We came out with the win. We got to finish that up with 2 really good days of practice next week, because we got one whale of a team down at OTC when we play on Wednesday. It's a short week, a quick turnaround. Kids got deer hunting on the brain. I may as well, but it's we got here. We're 3-1, and our kids I think they've turned the corner, and to be 3-1 right now, that's a great accomplishment. We've got 2 really solid wins against good football teams, or very comparable football teams to us, and we'll take it, man. We'll take it. We'll get going and get the next one, hopefully.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a Wednesday game now, right? At 3 o'clock in Henning?
In Henning, yes, sir. 3 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, that's. What do you know about them coming into Wednesday?
It's OTC. You know, they've got all kinds of weapons. They've got the Van Erps and the Uckelberg genes still running through that community. So we'll have our hands full. They can do a lot of things. They really whacked somebody last night. So we'll have our hands full. But, you know, a chip in a chair, that's all you need. You always got a chance. So that's what we're going to get after it and see what we can do.
Sounds good. Well, Coach, appreciate the time. Congratulations on the victory, and exciting way for them to do it here on homecoming night, and a special night, especially for your seniors.
Yeah, it was a nice night, and it's great overall team effort. We talked about that afterwards too, and that's what you need. You need everybody to come up and make a play when it's their turn and their chance, and you know, you win some, you lose some, but you keep getting better. That's what we're working at right now.
Sounds good. Peter Knapps, head coach of Hawley, joining us here after the victory on homecoming night against the Crookston Pirates, 34-32. Good luck next week.
All right, man. Thanks. Go Nuggets, huh?
There we go. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Peter Knapps joining us here in our post-game show. As we'll take a quick break, we'll come back and name our star of the game, brought to you by Enbridge. It's on the way next here as the Nuggets prevail over Crookston on homecoming night, 34-32.
Nugget Sports now with yourliveevent.com. More information from the Hawley School and athletic departments is featured on 106.5 KRJB each week. Join us for Hawley School News Thursdays at 1:15 on 106.5 KRJB. And the Hawley coaches are featured in the KRJB Coaches Corner program. It begins Saturdays at 9 a.m. The Hawley coaches are featured at approximately 10:45. Hawley School Athletics and Events with 106.5 KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
Thinking about your financial future can get to be complicated. At Bighorn LLC, they simplify this with a step-by-step process that's easy to understand. Call Kurt Fillion at Bighorn to set up an appointment soon. 218-689-6880. He makes the planning process seem much less stressful while giving you tips and advice that line up with your goals. Retirement plans, investment strategies, financial protection, Medicare plans, they do it all at Bighorn. With office locations in Bemidji, Monaga, and Hawley. Call 218-689-6880 and book your appointment soon. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
My U of M is real, hands-on, and will get me ready for anything. Crookston is the U of M for me.
Hey fans, like this video and subscribe to the YourLiveEvent.com YouTube channel. YourLiveEvent.com is powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, contact us on YourLiveEvent.com.
Back here on our post-game show as we name our star of the game. It is brought to you by Enbridge. Enbridge presenting us with our star of the game here tonight. And in a game like this, Nathan, this is a tough way to try and choose one star because of the way that this game was played at both sides. I mean, both Crookston and Hawley, it's a lot of kids that are very deserving of it and definitely did a lot of good things, as Coach Nats mentioned, too, a total team effort. So, but it's one of those things where I think we go with a couple of them here tonight because of the fact of the way it was kind of a 1-2 punch on the passing game. Cole Sunday did such a great job of controlling the tempo offensively, reading the defense very well too, and reading where his receivers were going. But a breakout night too for Sam Burkle with a lot of great plays that he had to kind of hold that offense together in that second half and give them some big gains that we saw here in the victory.
Yeah, both of them with well-rounded performances. I thought this was the best performance Cole's had over his career. Both passing the ball, obviously running the ball. We made a little light of it throughout the game, but made light of it because that's something he hadn't necessarily done all that well, and he knows that. That's something that he talks about, and so I thought he delivered passes on the mark. Coach Nats describing him as excitable is dead on 100%, but to see him turn the corner as a player himself there and have that performance on a night like tonight, help lead his team to victory because the kid is a heck of a leader. And then Sam Burkle, we talked about it tonight, other than maybe knocking down a pass there at one point, what didn't he do? No. He carried the ball well. And again, looking back to the Staples game from, now 2 weeks ago, had some ball security issues. Didn't have any of that tonight. So that's something that was worked on, that was fixed between he and Cole on the exchange and Sam and tucking the ball away. And he churned out big yards both as a receiver and on the ground. And then I still think the things he does after touchdowns is so invaluable from Mason Cleveguard doing it a couple years ago to Sam the last couple years. Being able to almost guarantee yourself that 1 point as opposed to always having to chase 2. I mean, it's great if you can punch the ball in for 2 every time, but if you don't get it, you put yourself behind. And knowing that you can put that through the uprights for that extra 1, and then maybe one of these days using that confidence, it's going to be a big field goal to turn a game, which it could have even happened tonight. And so I definitely think choosing both Cole and Sam tonight were both the leaders, especially on the offensive side of the football, which moved the ball, like I said, incredibly well tonight. And I thought, shout out to Coach Schmidt. I thought he called a fantastic game. I thought even the plays that didn't always work through the passing game, guys were open, means those plays were called at the right time, and then our kids started to execute those in the second half.
Very well played here, as mentioned. Cole Sunday, congratulations to you, and also Sam Burkle, our normally just player of the game, but players of the game here tonight in the victory for Hawley, 34-32 over Crookston. Enbridge presenting us our player of the game. Enbridge Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supported jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost and bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. Enbridge is focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. Enbridge, player of the game, our players of the game, Cole Sunday and Sam Burkle, both of the Hawley Nuggets in their homecoming victory here tonight. Well, that will wrap things up for our coverage here tonight. It's been fun in the regular season, and I know with playoffs coming up, depending on how the seeds all pan out here, hopefully we have one more broadcast.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. Hopefully the weather, holds up. It might be a little bit chillier, but hopefully, like I said, we get these kids get an opportunity to play as many football games as our situation in 2020 allows. And a lot of excitement here tonight, win or lose for both sides. Again, is just they get out there and get the opportunity to participate in high school sports. So it was fun on both sides. And like I said, that players of the game, whether we're looking at the Nuggets or the Pirates, there was a lot of good individual performances and gutty performances on both sides. And, really in all reality, both programs are looking to turn corners and climb that mountain a little bit more. And, well played competitive football game tonight.
Absolutely. I think next time, if we do have a game here, I probably won't be in the shorts. I think this will be the last time.
It was a bold call.
It was a bold call. Yeah, I had a lot of people questioning that tonight, but even myself.
It kind of happens for you every once in a while, right? People look at you and question things.
Yeah,
consistently.
they do. They just look at me and they're like,
hey, welcome to the crew.
I guess that makes sense.
Welcome to the crew.
Thank you for tuning in here tonight for our coverage on yourliveevent.com. It's been a pleasure bringing you the coverage. My name is Kurt Fillion. This is Nathan Stoa joining us here tonight as well. And, yeah, hopefully we can hook up one more time here during the football season to finish it off and hope for a Nuggets home playoff game when we come around on that would be Tuesday the 17th. Again, their final game will be next week in Henning against OTC, and that'll be a 3 o'clock game time next Wednesday, November 11th. So if you're a Nuggets fan and able to make her down to that game and part of the group of the 250 that can be part of the games, enjoy your time down there and watch some Nugget football against a very good OTC team. Signing off from Dale Schuyler Athletic Complex here tonight, I'm Kurt Fillion for Nathan Stoa. Thank you for tuning in, and we appreciate it. Thanks to all the sponsors for helping make our broadcast possible as well. That'll do it for our broadcast. You have yourself a great weekend, and stay safe if you're out and doing the hunting here this weekend as well.